I was 400 pounds at one point.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
You were not running.
No, I was not running at all. I was running into
Your
the
heart was
grave.
running.
Yeah, too much.
We both had good ones there. Running right into the grave. That is the way I want to die.
Yeah.
Fully prepared, and I just run right into a grave.
I accepted it. I was ready
Could
to
you
die.
imagine jogging towards the grave and then right when you leap into it, just blowing your brains out? The perfect suicide.
The
some could
perfect
say.
suicide.
We figured it out.
But then one of us has to be there to bury the other one, put the dirt on top.
Oh, I would like, if I can really tinker with this,
Yeah.
running it towards an open grave, but there's a noose hanging from a tree above the
So
open
you
grave.
jump into the noose.
into the noose. While I'm choking out and dying, I light the noose on fire and time it just right so I die, and I fall into the grave. You see what the beautiful portrait I'm painting here?
It's like a horror movie, but yeah, I can picture it.
I mean, it's not that scary. It's
To me,
perfect.
it is. I love you.
But I'm okay. I love you too. But if you pulled off some shit like that, I'd be like, "That's my fucking boy. That's crazy." Like that would be. You know how fucking like you can't get that. You know what I mean?
Here's. I'm gonna add one more step to this just to
Please,
make it a little bit better.
Let's just keep going until it's so far gone.
You're in the noose.
I like it.
Choking out.
Yup.
You light the noose. Right as you're about to die and the noose is about to fall, you blow your brains out.
Okay. Ooh, I would like if the noose could start to fall and I could still somehow manage to blow my brains out. You know what I mean?
Have like a gun set up to like blow your brains out as you're falling down. But you know what? Let's set up a Rube Goldberg machine of suicide here. I would also like, if we're setting up a Rube Goldberg machine, I would also like to fall onto some big spikes.
I was going to say, the grave has to be full of nails or spikes or blades.
Like some
or
broken glass.
all the sharp
needles,
things.
just all kinds of shit.
Needles full of AIDS.
Well, at that point, like...
Go. You live through both the noose and the shot, and you fall in, and you're still fine, but you get AIDS. You don't even die.
And that's
you're
what
like,
kills you.
Fuck.
You mean grits?
Yeah. That's my biggest goal, is to set up something so perfect and have it fail just even more perfectly in like such a did you hear about drama? He got AIDS. Oh my goodness. Unprotected sex? No, a very complex suicide scenario. He was trying to hang himself, light the noose on fire, then a gun blows his brains out, then he'd fall into glass, spikes, AIDS needles,
piranhas.
Everything went wrong except the AIDS
and a shark.
Yeah, the shark ate the alligator that.
And then they all got AIDS. Yeah, all the animals had AIDS.
Thick AIDS soup in there. They had to close that cemetery
down. It was too haunted.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Haunted by the ghosts of AIDS-infested animals. Nobody could even go and mourn their grandmother anymore.
Yeah.
Had to dig up the bodies and move them. Heard they're trying to put condos there, building stuff on a weird gay animal burial ground.
I mean, isn't that what this country was founded on?
I thought that's what this podcast was founded on, at least. Isn't this dungeon built on an ancient gay animal burial ground?
No, it's above us.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what that schmel is.
Yeah, we keep it, you don't want to fuck with that. We've all seen all of the movies.
Yeah.
And we just keep it above us.
Yeah, we're respectful to it.
Yeah, we praise it.
I tread lightly.
Yeah.
I sacrifice to it.
Can't wait till one of those coffins just falls on the table. Then we'll have it. That's a submission.
Just a chimp riddled with AIDS just springs out. Holy shit!
I bet people would watch the YouTube.
If a chimp riddled with if a chimp corpse riddled with AIDS fell through the ceiling and onto the
casket,
like it has to fall and then the door opens up and it's just he's in a little tuxedo too. He's just like, who thought to bury Space Chimp?
I wish I would have shit my pants more in school just to get back at the system.
Yeah, I wish I would have. I wish I could have shit my pants more when I could have done it like easier. You know, like it's like if you shit your pants, shit your pants as a kid. They just call your mom and they're like, "Yeah, he shit his pants again. Can you come bring him another pair?" Yeah. Mom shows up fresh underwear and pants
too.
You shit your pants now at work. They're like, "Go home for the rest of the day and don't come back."
Yeah, you shit your breakaway pants. You can just rip them off and keep going.
Yeah, let me wear some breakaway pants to work, shit in them, and just rip them off and put some new ones on.
You shit your pants that turn into shorts, you just pop those shorts off and wiggle it out.
But what if you have a tuxedo shirt tucked in to your breakaway pants?
Well, the shirt's not going to come off.
But are you going to
depending on how hard you pull.
Imagine how hard you have to shit if you also have to take your tuxedo shirt off as well as your breakaway pants. Yeah. And you're just standing there at work in your shitty underwear and your socks. And you're just, I think I need to go home.
I thought we were still in school.
No, we're at work.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I could shit my underwear.
Picture my work environment.
Yeah,
Me,
I do.
And
Does the bow tie stay on?
no, of course the bow tie stays on. Just the bow tie, my shit-filled boxer briefs, and my dress socks pulled up halfway up my calves. They're like, just go home. Can I put my drawer away first? Just go.
That little vagina. That adult little vagina.
Well, stop saying little like
A
that.
little?
It's a little. It's a little adult vagina.
Yeah, that just sounds all bad.
Big girl, little vagina.
Huge lady, tiny vagina. The sweetest two worlds collide. This is what it's like when worlds collide. I've tried to say it for years.
Yeah, this is what that Power Man 5000 song was all about.
Power Man 5000, all of their albums were about big women with tiny vaginas.
Because this is what it's like when worlds collide. You know that's Rob Zombie's brother?
No.
Yeah. Rob Zombie.
Chad Zombie?
Yeah. Rob
no.
Zombie's brother is the singer of Power Man 5000.
Well, then why didn't they have a better career?
I don't know. I guess there was only
Because they
one.
didn't write
There
hit
was only-
songs like Living Dead Girl.
Yeah, because they didn't write hit songs like More Human Than a Human, More Human Than a Human.
What was the song that was like, Space Down and Mother, and it seemed like they said motherfucker, but on the radio it was mother.
Space Lord Mother by Monster Magnet.
Oh, fuck yeah. That is the reference we needed.
Space
War Monster
Lord
Magnet.
Mother.
Yeah, does he say motherfucker in the uncensored
No,
version?
I have never found an
my
uncensored
problem. That's
version.
my
It's always
problem.
Space Lord Mother.
That doesn't, that makes me so
Because you
angry.
just want
I
to
forgot
scream
how angry.
Space Lord Motherfucker. Because I would just scream
Yeah.
that anyway.
That makes me so angry now. It's one of those things I was angry about as a
A child listening
well,
to
yeah, I was
104.9
like
The X.
29 when that song came out. So, yeah, I was pissed then. I'm still pissed now. Mother. It's weird. Also, can we talk about Nookie, the Limp Bizkit song, not the actual thing? But I was rereading the lyrics recently as I'm
Look into these eyes.
No, okay, not that part. the main part. I did it all for the Nookie.
Yeah.
Go on, the Nookie.
Yeah.
Go on. So you can take that cookie and stick it up your.
Yeah.
And stick it up here.
Yeah.
And stick it up here.
Yeah.
So what's going on? That's just a train wreck of a
You
chorus.
did it all for the Nookie.
I get that part. I've been there.
So if you do not accept that I did it all for the Nookie, you can take a cookie
okay
and stick it up your
ass.
You know what I'm saying.
A literal cookie?
Is there a slang for cookie that I'm unfamiliar with?
Vagina. I've heard it referred to as.
Let's hop on the old Urban Dictionary.
Take a
real
look
quick.
at that. Because as a kid, I was like, this doesn't make sense, and I thought it was censored, or I thought I would learn it later in life. But here I am, 43 years old, and I still don't understand what the fuck that chorus is, or why that was allowed to happen.
Another way of saying vagina or pussy, commonly used in the porn industry, and I quote, "stuff it in my cookie."
The way you read that was extravagant.
And I quote.
And I quote, stick it in my cookie.
And I quote, "Be nice to my cookie. It's my first time. Would not fuck a girl if she called it her cookie."
Yeah, so we also received a
fanfic.
Yeah, we got a text at 2 a.m, and it said, "Did you guys ever get your fanfic submission? And if not, do you still want one?" And I said we didn't receive any, and we still definitely do want one. So we got what we bargained for. I'd say maybe more.
I know the person that sent this, and I really want to give them props for how creative and well done this is, because bless your little heart, this is disgusting, and I would not have expected this coming out of you, so thank you.
Yeah, so we're going to read it in our voices. I'll start with the what's not in our voices. It's titled "A Summer's Eve," not to be confused with "Greasy Pussy Wash,"
which is Summer's Eve.
Yeah, it's true. It was a warm summer evening, and the Dapper Dads had just finished recording an episode. Maybe it was from a long afternoon of beer darts, but Slim had noticed that Drama's beautiful blue eyes were dazzling in the dim light of the dungeon. He finds himself getting lost in those eyes and thinks to himself,
"Tonight is the night." "Hey, Drama, how's your abscess doing?" Slim asks.
"To be honest, it's definitely seen some better days."
"My opening, I think. How about I take a look at it for you? Asked Slim.
I beg your pardon, says Drama, shock in his tone.
Well, you're my best bud, and I just want to make sure you're in good health, Slim says with a loving smile.
Well, I mean, I guess so. Drama lowers his pants and bends over slightly, motioning for Slim to come take a look. Slim comes in close. Too close, some would say. Drama can feel Slim's breath on his neck. He's not mad about it.
It's now or never, Slim thinks. He leans in to kiss Drama's neck, fearing rejection. Drama tenses at Slim's sudden affection, then to Slim's surprise, leans into Slim's tender neck kisses.
You know, I'm sure you have a good-sized hog, Drama says in a soft voice, almost a whisper.
Want to find out? Slim says in a way that is almost cocky.
Let's get it, says Drama longingly. To be continued? Probably not.
Yeah, that is.
Thank you.
Wow, that is amazing. Bless your heart.
With buttholes, it's crazy that you spend so much time with that. It's like a vital thing in your day, but you never get a good look at your own butthole. You know what I mean?
You can never technically actually look at your own butthole.
Yeah.
Like, you just look at a reflection of your butthole.
I know.
You can never look at your own face.
And
you
they
see
say,
a reflection of your face.
they say that, like, from us looking in mirrors and pictures, if we were to see an exact, like, duplicate of us in person, we wouldn't even recognize it
Which
as
is
ourselves.
crazy
Yeah,
to
which
think
is
about.
scary. So imagine what it's like with your butthole. You know what I mean? You probably wouldn't recognize your butthole. I definitely
Have you
wouldn't recognize
ever
mine.
looked at your butthole?
I've gotten around it. You know what I mean? I don't want to look directly at it. It's like the sun, in my opinion.
I feel like
you know what I mean?
I feel like that causes
It's like
some.
a solar
That's
eclipse.
how you get an aneurysm. That's how you get cancer. Is you look at your own butthole.
So everybody who has had cancer looked at their own asshole.
Can we say that they didn't?
I mean, you can't prove it, but do you want to go on record saying
I'll go ahead
that's
and-
the cause of cancer?
No.
Is this your hot take?
I'll die on this hill.
Okay. I'm glad we got back to more science that we can definitely back up
Yeah.
if we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes, I mean,
Yeah, if you stare at your own butthole,
you
get cancer.
Yeah. It's pretty simple. Just don't do it.
yeah, but what it is I feel like you have to look at it at like a very precise straight line. Like it's,
Yeah, you got to get it. What I'm thinking is you got to look under, like, your legs. You know what I mean? Like, bend over.
What is the
look
most
under your legs with the mirror.
What is the is
And
that
a lot of light.
Is that the most effective way to look at your asshole?
I've never done it, but I would guess so. You know what I mean? What are you thinking?
I was thinking
Like,
just like turn
laying-
around in your big bathroom mirror and like just try to look at it.
But
with
you're
a-
not getting it
like when you
straight
get
on.
like when you get a haircut,
Yeah.
you know, and
I
they
know
like
what
show you the back of your head,
and they
in the
show you
mirror.
your asshole.
Yeah,
You're
well,
like, how's the lineup? And it's just a picture of your asshole, and you're like, whoa.
I go to a different barber shop and they don't try to show me my asshole. I'm like, did you guys forget about something?
You're like, yeah, the hair looks great. Can we get to the beefy part of this?
Yeah, can we get to the part where
Because I've been eating a lot of meat, red meat. It's really clogging up the
me
arteries.
specifically, I eat a bunch of red meat before I go get a haircut.
Yeah, just to prepare.
Yeah, just
I
to
don't
get
want
ready.
it to look all sad.
I
and
want it to be
pathetic.
bright and puckering.
Yeah. Listen, I've got it all puckered and ready to go. Are you gonna take this picture or what? Or do you have one on file?
Listen, I feel like I'm 3 healthy shits away from a hemorrhoid. I need you to get a picture of this.
Your Great Clips Yelp review is 3 stars. The haircut was good. 0 pictures of my asshole. Won't be coming back.
No, I feel like I have to go to Great Clips to get my asshole looked at, but then I go to like a nice barber shop and I'm like, it was a good time. They gave me a very nice fade.
Yeah, they definitely
rounded
look
it
at your ass at Great Clips.
Yeah, they for sure look at your
I
ass.
know.
That's how they determine who's going to cut whose hair. Is they look at your butt when you turn around to go sit down in the seats.
Mm-hmm. And you're always like, I hope I get the hot girl, and then you never do. You never do.
I found out you can go into Great Clips and request your hairstylist. That's how you got to do it.
You do you also go to Great Quips, which is just where people say catchy little sayings
Yeah.
while you wait?
Yeah, is
There's
that
never
not the
really
barber
a
shop
payoff.
you go to?
No, I go to the one that shows me my asshole.
Yeah, that's Great Quips.
No, that's Great Shits.
Great Shits is a fine establishment founded in, I'm going to go ahead and throw out a number here, 1916?
I'll fact check it.
Fact check it. Let me.
I think everything opened in 1983.
I think, but Great Shits is a great-grandfathered institution.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my great grandpa, he was one of the first to have his asshole looked at while getting a hot shave. You know what I mean? They shave the back of your neck.
So I'm picturing this scene like how
Picturing
you
my
know
great
grandpa getting his asshole checked out by a man with like a top hat and a monocle, like nice Booker mustache, you know. But it also has to be a very public thing since he was like because you know how like back in the day everyone just showed up for every public event no matter what it was.
Because there was no TV.
Yeah, there was no
anything.
TV.
Yeah.
Everyone just showed up to
There's
see
no
whatever.
porn.
Marilyn Manson doesn't have a driver's license.
Really?
Yeah, he's afraid to drive.
But he's not afraid to remove one of his own ribs so he can suck his own dick.
Didn't happen.
I've heard like countlessly they did that.
Why did that get spread around every middle school for some reason?
Well,
like,
I
don't
heard
understand why.
I heard that he removed the guy from Wonder Year's rib to suck his dick. Is
That's
that right?
even stranger because that's like a mashup of two wrong Marilyn Manson theories.
That's what makes it so great. That's the one I tried to spread. I tweeted that because I think that's like the perfect, and I think it makes sense.
There was a Wonder Years reunion recently, and the tagline said, "Sadly, Marilyn Manson did not attend."
Yeah, well, which one of those rumors is weirder? Because for some reason, I feel like the Wonder Years one is weirder.
It's weird. Okay, the dick sucking one came from the Mechanical Animals cover where he's like the androgynous woman mannequin body.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, we all know.
And so everybody's like, look, he got his dick removed without knowing what like Photoshop is.
Mm-hmm.
And so
the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days. So everybody's like, he got his ribs removed so he could suck his own cock.
But he doesn't have a cock?
No, he has a cock.
Yeah, but people were saying he didn't have one?
No, they're saying he had a cock. They're saying he got his ribs removed to suck his own cock.
You said that people saw that cover and thought he took his dick off.
They thought a bunch of weird things.
So what you're saying is people are just jumping to weird conclusions.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't get how you get to... Because before Marilyn Manson totally did that in real life, I didn't know that you could do that.
You can.
But after he did that, then now I know.
There's like, what are they called? Not burlesque girls who like get ribs removed so they can wear those corsets better.
Mm-hmm.
But it just like squishes your guts.
Oh, I know. Well, but women have less ribs we have less ribs because we gave a rib to make a woman. That's right.
Is it?
Adam gave his rib to make Eve.
That's technically true.
Yeah.
In the Bible.
So we have one less rib. So you got to get... So before Eve existed, you would have had to remove 2 ribs to suck your own dick in front of God in the garden.
So you only have to get 1 rib removed, or do you get 3 ribs removed?
I don't know how we got to 3.
Well, because
how many
if
ribs
it's
do
an
you have?
uneven
12?
number of ribs, if we have 1 less rib than a woman, then wouldn't it stand to reason that we would have to remove 3 to have an even line? Or do you want to go like higher so you can definitely suck your dick, or do you just get like the 1 lower rib removed?
I think you just get the 1 because then it's even if one's missing.
Yeah, but then I'm saying like if you take out another row, you could probably suck your dick a little easier. So like it's just 1.
How many ribs do you have? 12?
That's what I'm saying. Can we
take
knock
out
it down
10.
to like 10?
Yeah.
Take out 10 ribs? Have 3 left?
Okay, we're on different pages.
That's what you just said. You said take out 10 ribs.
Well, you said 10 and I thought we were going to agree.
No, I said leave 10.
So you're taking out 2. That's no big deal.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
This is getting confusing. I'm saying take out at least 6. If you got 12,
take out 6 ribs.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do without? Like, are you really gonna suck your own dick that much?
I mean, if I take out ribs, I'm gonna get my money's worth. Are you kidding me?
That's fair. I can respect that.
Well, like, what do you need ribs for? To protect your heart?
And
like other
liver, your stomach,
but
all of your internal organs.
Primarily heart.
I mean, all of your internal organs. Really, that's the whole point of a rib cage is to keep your organs in.
Let them fall out. It's all about the heart, baby. You should know this.
I should know this, baby. But that's why I have a chest plate.
You should have asked the doctor when you had your heart thing if you could suck your own dick now.
What if he said yes? He was like, well, normally we say no, but medically we believe that you can go ahead and suck your own dick.
Allows you to suck your own dick. Would you do it?
Yeah. I mean, I'd give it a shot.
Do you think you would end up doing it too often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree.
Who doesn't like the feeling of getting their dick sucked?
But
I get it. Like, I get it.
But do you like the feeling of getting your dick sucked enough to also have to deal with the feeling of sucking a dick? And how good
What do you think that feels like?
Sucking a dick?
You're sucking your own dick.
Okay. Yeah, it feels weird. And honestly, I think because of the angle, it's not going to be the best blowjob that you've gotten.
No.
It's probably going to be the best one you've given, hopefully. You know,
maybe
hopefully it's the only
one. Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe you're like, you know what? Maybe you strive to do it better, so then you do start sucking other dicks just because.
You really want to improve your head game for yourself?
Yeah, or you just want to know because you've already put a dick in your mouth, and you want to know what it's like to like get on your knees and really go at it head on, facing it, instead of looking down at it with probably 3 to 4 chins, I'm guessing. You know, that angle. Yeah. Because are you like sitting and going for your dick, or are you laying on your back and bringing your bottom half towards you?
I feel like sitting would be easier.
I feel like it might be easier to like if you're flexible.
I was gonna say lay back and like just bring your legs back up.
But I feel like that's just very demeaning. You know,
I would say to who, but then it's like
someone's gonna walk in. You know how life is.
Yeah,
As soon as you suck your own dick, someone's
gaping
gonna
butthole in the air, like
yeah, because your
while
ass
you're
is
sucking
gaping
your
for
own
some
dick.
reason. Too.
I mean,
Well,
what are you
yours
doing?
is always
if you're
gaping.
laying on your back and you're bringing your dick to your mouth, what are you doing with your legs?
I don't know, but my asshole isn't gaping.
But I mean, like it's out in the
Yeah,
open.
it's out, but it's not gaping.
I mean,
just
like it's
'cause
in the
out.
wind, like it's feeling a
It's
breeze.
in the wind. I am presenting.
Gaping was the wrong word.
Yeah, gaping is always the wrong word. Yeah, someone's gonna walk in, and you're just gonna have to own up to it. You just keep going.
Yeah, I mean,
know
at
what I
that point, like, what do you do? No, it's not. It's not what it looks like. It's just exactly what it looks like.
And then you come in your own mouth.
I don't think I would.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
Which is really like hypocritical of me
Yeah.
for what it's worth. For what it's worth, it is so hypocritical because I'm laying there for like 30 seconds. I'm like, do I even say I'm gonna come or do I just make it a nice little surprise?
You tap yourself in the back of the head.
No, I don't even tap myself. I just grab my hair like this. I'm like, whoa, whoa.
And then the mimosa comes out of your nose.
And then,
This one is getting gross.
yeah.
Wade through a mile of shit or a mile of jizz, both up to your knees, and you can only wear normal basketball shorts, socks, gym shoes, shirt. Seems aroused by both options. Get you.
Can I
Sticky
swim with
tongue
my
cups?
face?
Yeah, can I dive in?
Is it warm? Are they both warm or are they cold? Is it like an ice cold mile of jizz?
Very good question.
Is it?
Best question.
That's what I'm saying. Because like I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say
feel
warm.
I feel like cold shit is gonna be harder to move through than cold jizz.
Mhm.
But I also remember watching Mythbusters one time, and they were talking about how you can swim faster in syrup than you can in water because syrup is thicker, so you get more of a boost when you do it.
You can really push on.
And so they dug like a big trench in the desert and put
they all
like
came
tarps in it. And no, they just put corn syrup in it. And so I'm thinking like, and one of the things I remember him saying was like it's just so weird to have your whole body in it, you know?
I'm sure.
So I feel like cold jizz is like thicker than warm jizz.
I could see that maybe a little bit.
Because if we're talking about a mile of knee-high jizz.
All right, let's say it's warm. Let's say it's
Okay.
fresh. Out of the body. Out of one body. A mile of jizz and a mile of shit.
Cole.
Yeah, both of them.
Just both ends.
filling
It's
up
just one pool
both.
going that way, one pool going that way, and he just unleashes everything.
And you got
at once.
you got to get
And
to
then
him
he's
and
and then he's finally like, oh, better.
Yeah.
Like, he's all buff and everything.
Yeah,
he got
he's
everything
ripped.
out. I mean, I guess if you squeeze that much shit out, it's gonna have to be an ab blaster.
Yeah.
Coming that much, just everything's just tensing up real hard and fast. You know,
He's got to propel off the ground at least 6 feet by the end of it.
he's as tall as me. He's just looking me in the face. He's like, "You're so skinny from up here."
I think I'm gonna go jizz just because
I
it
would
seems
say
easier
jizz, yeah, because
to
shit.
get through.
Because the shit I feel like would just be like mud. Like
Yeah.
it would just be like a mud-like consistency,
Yeah.
you know?
And it would smell worse.
It would smell so much, but I mean like a mile of jizz.
You'll
What is-
smell the
Because I mean, like you
jizz,
know
but
what
the
jizz
shit's
like
gonna-
jizz has a smell,
Yeah, but it's definitely like not as bad as shit.
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
that's
maybe
what
it's
I'm
just
saying.
my own batch.
But I'm
you
just
know
saying,
what I mean?
maybe like a mile of jizz is like a
Either way,
pungent.
Yeah, well, a mile of shit is gonna remain pungent the
Yeah,
whole time.
But how
Like,
pungent is a mile of jizz?
you're gonna smell shit before you smell jizz.
Is it
you know what I
sunny
mean?
out? Is it hot? Is the sun gonna be hitting the
The
pool?
sun is
both?
baked in.
Yeah, the sun bakes to shit. You just walk on top of it like clay. You're like, this ain't that
And I'm in the
bad.
jizz like.
just hot. Just you. It's like one of those things where it looks like you got like how the people look when they get slimed on Nickelodeon
Yeah.
on the award show where they're like, but like it's just jizz. You look like a ghost because it's just like so sticky and
Yeah.
oh god.
It's stretching out.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm. It
walk
looks like
my
you're just
feet.
swimming in a tub of marshmallow fluff. You're like a ghost.
You trip and fall face first. I got it in my mouth.
It's salty like the ocean.
Yeah, it's worse than the ocean. Now I have the reference. Yeah, I think we're swimming in jizz.
Yeah, we're going for jizz, boys.
Set it up, Leonard. I had a question I wanted to ask. I don't know if it's a Patreon question or if it's a.
Let's go ahead and let's give the people a freebie to let them know
All right,
what kind
so
of.
this is what kind of shit we'll get into on the Patreon. Have you ever had your ass eaten?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
No.
Cool.
Would you?
No.
No. Why?
No. I am just not about it, I guess. Like, I don't really want anything done to my ass.
So it's just.
I just don't want anything really done to my ass.
Okay, I understand. I'm with you.
I love blowjobs.
Yeah,
I love getting my nuts sucked on.
I don't like getting my nuts sucked on.
I don't like it when they do it too hard. Get that?
That
I don't like that.
That's one of those things.
That's
if you know, you know.
If you know,
if you've
you
ever
know.
had it. If you've ever been like, oh my God.
What did you do to me, man? It just sends a shock up into your Adam's apple.
Really ruins it. My dick,
what did you do to me,
makes
man?
my dick more flaccid quicker than getting a ball just suctioned
popped
into a mouth.
Oh.
Ladies, that is not what anyone wants.
No, it is not. We want the hardest suck on the rod, the gentlest of suckle on the nuts.
Yeah.
Just really
some licking and some mouth.
Just put them on your mouth and just run your tongue around it. Don't even suck on them. Literally, there is only one time in my life where I was like, suck on my balls, and she didn't fucking do that thing.
Yeah. That thing's a goddamn epidemic. Because
we watch
porn sometimes, and they will do it, and the guy's just like, yeah, baby.
And it's like your nuts have to be numb as shit to not feel that, baby.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Your vas deferens separating from your testicle. Yeah, you fucking feel it.
Like a golf ball through a garden hose.
like a Velcro wallet getting pulled apart really fast. Ladies, never ever suck a nut like that. Just give it a gentle, supple, just
give it a little kiss.
What were we even talking about?
Getting your ass ate.
I like getting my dick sucked. I like getting my nuts suckled. Gently suckled is the only term.
There.
And then I don't want my gooch touched. I don't want my butthole touched. I don't want anything about that touched. Right. I especially just don't want a mouth down there, you know?
Are you do you have thoughts on your cleanliness of your asshole? Do you think I don't think my asshole will ever be clean enough for someone.
Same. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
And
I don't think it's dirty.
Even fresh out the shower, I still don't feel like my asshole is clean enough.
25 minutes.
I can loofah that thing till it's raw, but I will still feel like I do. Because I'm like, oh, what if I get jumped and someone tries to eat my ass? I don't want to be filthy.
Has been happening. The teenage, the knockout game that was popular a couple years ago? Now it's the ass eat game. Don't get caught lacking, let me tell you that much. I was trying to make a deposit at my local branch, and someone made a deposit at my branch. I'll tell you that much. I did not like it, and they put it on Snapchat, and it's been uploaded and onto Pornhub. But it's one of the three, the Snapchat compilation where they show you 3 Snapchats at the same time.
And the kids are
everyone
aggressive.
has ADD. The kids are very aggressive, and they have more facial hair than me.
So much
tickled
more.
a lot.
Tickled a lot because it's so soft and fine.
I think the ideal woman would offer it, because I think I would love the offer.
I would love the consideration.
Yeah, because
she would respect when I turn it down. Yeah, I'm always down. I'm down for a down bitch, but she also needs to respect my boundaries. I'll respect your boundaries.
Don't sneak up on me when I'm bending over, sorting through my records, and eat my ass.
Yeah. Don't bend over when I am about to get onto my prayer position and eat my ass.
Yeah. Don't throw a pencil on the ground and make me pick it up so you can eat my ass.
Don't throw half a pepperoni on the ground so I'll bend over to get it and then you'll eat my ass.
And you're eating the pepperoni off the ground, so it's
like a horse eating a sugar cube out of someone's hand, like
a horse eating a sugar cube out of my ass.
And then my ass is getting eaten, so I'm like,
you're gonna balk. Yeah, I
have had a woman touch my asshole while giving me a blowjob, and I was not a fan of it. That's how I found out, because I was like,
you gotta know someday.
Yeah, because
someday, listen, if you're listening to this, at some point someone will unexpectedly touch your asshole. I'm not kidding you. It happens to everyone. Well, I've done it to people. People have done it to me.
Well, because she
I've
just
done
went
it to people
for
while they're doing it to
and
me.
and it was like that awful move where like you clench up, but then the dick went too too far into, so she was like, and I was like,
oh, that's the sound I like to hear. It sounds like Mario trying to plumb a clogged toilet.
Yeah, I was unclogging something. You know what I mean, baby?
Luigi?
Yeah.
Waluigi.
Yeah. Wah.
That's what it sounds like when someone tries to touch my ass.
I'm like, wah. But no, I like clenched up and choked her a little bit on accident.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what you get.
Well, yeah, and that's what I told her. She was like, oh, what was that? And I was like, what was that?
Was it just like on the porch or did it go inside?
It was on the porch, really trying to get in like a cop.
Yeah, like battering ram.
Like I think we need to get the Logan's Run thing back, and we need to start putting people down by a certain age.
People out of here.
We just got to put them on an island. I'm not racist. I'm not bigoted, but we need to get elderly people on an island where they can just be angry and bitter and die.
You can turn on Matlock.
Yeah,
you can give them some soft foods that they eat at 3 p.m. You'll probably be happy. We won't be out here shaking things
You got to be on the island by the time you're 50.
Yeah. That's fine.
That's fine. That's fair, right?
Fuck.
Like once, because I feel like once
I gotta go on the island.
You should have been on the island a long time ago.
Don't worry, I'm gonna wipe out the island.
Good. Go kill everyone on the island with your
just
youth and your vigor.
Covered in blood, I've become a cannibal. Obviously.
No, I pull up to the island.
But there's food available, but I've become a cannibal.
Yeah, they have a full catered buffet.
People flesh, incredible.
I pull up to the island on a boat. I'm like all like scruffy.
You pull up
and
on a car.
Yeah, my Lamborghini with my Lamborghini Marcy. Yo, chick, she's so thirsty. I'm in that 2-seat Lambo with your girl. She trying to jerk me.
I hate hearing that in the club because I always
do that like an idiot. Yeah.
It also always sounds like he's saying my juicy
Lambo, and I thought it was juicy for so long. Of
course, it's juicy. He's getting jerked.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in that juicy Lambo with your girl. She trying to jerk me.
Big Sean is politely declining because he had Jenny Aiko,
which he should have not cheated on. Can we talk about that?
She got him tattooed.
Yeah, she's not a moron. He's a moron.
Dick.
Yeah, apparently he's got
which
a gigantic
penis. I've seen it. There's pictures online. Google right now, everyone listening, Big Sean's
We're talking directly to you. This is another moment where we break the fourth wall. Hi,
and,
how are you?
Hi.
You doing good today?
Well, no matter how you're feeling, go look at Big Sean's dick and you're going to feel something.
We're talking specifically to you.
I pulled it up on a TV to show someone one time, and that got even crazier.
Slim is talking to you right now. Go pull up Big Sean's penis on a TV for somebody because it will be brazy.
Yeah, it's going to change your life. But yeah, you pull up to the island in your juicy Lamborghini that Big Sean is nutted all over, and I'm there covered in elderly blood.
And
what do you do?
I'm picturing more of like, did you ever see The Lords of Salem, the Rob Zombie movie? Okay, well, there's a scene at the very end where
he shows his wife's ass.
Of course, yeah, you get to see all kinds of naked Sherry Moon zombie, baby. Because that's what I would do if I was a man of influence. If I was a gross man of influence, I would make sure the world saw my wife's ass.
When I was at Universal, I thought I saw Rob Zombie, but he was wearing a Rob Zombie shirt, but he had sunglasses on, and top hat, long nasty dread hair of sorts. And he was shorter. And the only thing that made me think it wasn't him is because he was wearing his own T-shirt. He was wearing the Marilyn Manson I keep wanting to say Rob Thomas. You know, the Marilyn Manson Rob Thomas tour.
There'd be something smooth for both of us.
They play smooth. Marilyn comes out in his smooth body. That smooth.
He's doing that weird low voice thing he does. He's like, "'Cause it's so smooth."
I only have the one voice, and it's Ray Barone.
Yeah, and it's sad and scary.
It's Ray Barone.
Now I'm picturing Ray Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
and it's hey
with Rob Thomas.
What do you say? Something beautiful or something free?
Yeah, I can't wait
the beautiful Roberts, the beautiful Deborahs, the beautiful Deborahs, the beautiful Deborahs.
I have been so emotionally scarred by that song and the things my dad
The Beautiful
would do.
People?
Yeah, my dad was a big, I keep wanting to say Rob Thomas.
Stop saying.
My dad was a huge Rob Thomas fan.
I think you're a huge Rob Thomas fan, and you just keep bleeding into your personal life like this. Yeah, that's a weird way to describe Rob Thomas. I just want to say.
Well, what is he up to all the time?
I don't know, because I don't give a shit.
Mysterious.
No, I just don't give a shit. I don't know what my dad's up to, because I don't give a shit. It's not mysterious. I just don't give a shit.
I know what your dad's up to.
Of course you do, you homoerotic man who loves my dad.
Your dad's got me up, too.
Oh.
Give it to me, baby. So you pull up to the island in your juicy Lambo that, again, Big Sean has nutted all over.
And I am standing on the hood of this thing very a la Miami Vice, like chest hair, medallion, scruffy, feathered hair, aviator sunglasses I pull off, and I'm like, my God. It is just you naked and bloody on top of a pile of, like, a mountain of naked and bloody seniors, and you are just, like, flexing at the top like Charles Atlas, just, like, fucking muscles.
Tan and
just
muscular.
tan and bloody, and I can't even see the tan underneath all the blood. You're at, like, a Mandy level of blood.
Shining cock.
Oh, God. Yeah, just a titanium shining cock. Just so it's blinding me because it's like the sun's hitting
You
it.
crashed
just
the
right
Lambo.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. I like to think you pull up to that, but no old people are dead. They're all just doing their thing, and I'm still covered in blood. And no one knows whose blood it is.
What's going on? They're
and
like,
I'm
can you
still
get him
fair.
out of here? And I'm just like, my.
It's very distracting.
I'm
We were
like-
told we'd be put on the island to avoid things like this. Are you the complaint department? We all have several
And I'm like,
complaints.
my hand just disappears into a sea of old people. You're the manager around here. You look like a young guy like you. Get over here.
You know, back in my day, that's all you hear. Back in my day. And I'm like, you should have covered yourself in blood. It's the only way to stop them. I learned early on.
It's like a real, like, artistic slow-mo shot of, like, silence, except for, like, a low orchestral score starting with a cello, like,
Yeah.
And it's just slow-mo me just getting pulled into this crowd by seniors, and you're just covered in blood, like,
Yeah.
bye,
buddy. They love everybody loves Raymond on the island. R.I.P. my mom.
So yeah, basically, would you rather have a 10-inch long belly button that swayed to music or accordions for legs?
I like this one.
Yeah, this one is
This
a
is good.
thinker. Because I laughed at
Ah.
first, but the more I pictured accordions for legs, you're gonna be.
Do they make the noise as I'm
They
walking
have
around?
to,
Are we
yeah.
talking like the little circle accordions or like the big square
I'm thinking
accordions?
the
bro?
big.
Yeah, big.
Mama's got a squeeze box. Daddy never fucking can get away from her.
I'm gonna go. Oh, the mom always thought Daddy was an honest man because he could always hear her coming.
Do you think you would try to run more so that it wouldn't get the full thing?
I would. I feel like that would just result in.
Noodle legs?
Yeah, I feel like it'd be hard because I feel like because have you ever like played an accordion? Have you ever like held one?
Yeah.
There, there's like
Them
that.
all the time.
Well,
but
like, have you ever actually?
Yeah.
Like, because
Fucked
there's like
around.
that resistance
Yeah.
when like you're fucking around with it. So like, I feel like your legs
a lot
aren't
of
gonna.
resistance from a lot of people
Your
when
legs
you're fucking around with an accordion.
Surprisingly,
No.
I remember
Stop.
the one time in my life I fucked around with an accordion. It was like 5 minutes later, and someone was like, "I have a migraine. Can you quit?"
Yeah. They shouldn't even exist.
They shouldn't have given it to me, is what they shouldn't have
No,
done.
they shouldn't make accordions.
But
let's not forget about the 10-inch long belly button that
So that's
sways
like-
to music. I think it's a little longer than that.
that's like
It's like a foot.
yeah, that's like a foot right
So, yeah,
there.
we'll
So
say-
like, I'm thinking
this is
about
a foot,
it. It's
right? That's what I tell women.
Hey, hasn't failed me yet.
Yeah, got a
Oh.
foot long.
But okay, so like, is it like just like a
flaccid dick?
like a growth? Like, is it the same width as my belly button, and it just kind of
I
comes
would.
out
That's what I was
to
picturing.
a tip? And
I don't think it's straight out. I was picturing flaccid. It hangs.
okay, but so when you say it sways to music,
It just
Like
swings back
gently?
and forth. I think
like,
I'd like to
even
think
so, like
it
even if I'm
depends
just
on the
like
music.
sitting here and I'm listening to something, it's moving.
Yeah, but I'd like to think it's based off the music. So if you're listening to something chill, it's just kind of swaying back and forth. And if you're listening to a banger, it's just flopping everywhere.
I'm about to fuck this cash up on a new toy. I'm about to fuck this cash up on a new toy.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
I'm going with accordion legs. Honestly, I think accordion legs. I don't think I could live with the stigma of having that thing hanging out of my shirt all the time.
Can you tuck it?
Feels like it'd be uncomfortable.
It's less
And
uncomfortable.
then you still gotta feel it wiggling in your pants
It's
whenever.
less
Because I feel like it's gotta be
socially.
whenever. I feel like it's gotta be whenever you hear music anywhere. So like you're
Oh,
at the
yeah.
store, like you're at Walmart.
Oh
you're
yeah, I
walking
hear
around shop.
music.
Yeah, so like
72% of my day. So
right. So
I'm
72% of your
swaying.
day, this
I
thing's
think you'll get
wiggling
used
around.
to it.
It's
That's
but
accordion legs, you have no friends, family, or you can't go out.
I don't have any of that anyway. So like
You have
accordion,
less.
oh,
You think you're going to be in the dad squad with accordion legs?
I don't see why not.
You think you're going to become into sound set with accordion
I
legs?
would love to go. to
Maybe
sound set with
there when
accordion
it's
legs.
very loud. But yeah, I'm not going to be friends with the guy who has accordion legs. Sorry.
I
just
guess
'cause
I'll
I
have a
can't-
weird music doodle.
What
I
if
guess.
we put you in a wheelchair? Is this a loophole?
Yeah, absolute loophole.
There you
You
go.
just got to push me around all the time.
I won't do that at all.
Well, someone's
but
got to push me.
You have arms.
Yeah, but what if I get tired? Who's gonna crowd surf me?
Someone crowd surfs you and grabs your leg and accidentally pushes you. Is that an accordion leg that only makes Tim Allen grunts? Oops, I had a slight relapse there. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, no, we're trying to just not even mention it.
I had a relapse the other day, and I
how'd
forgot
that
that I
go?
even did it. It just kind of came out when I was yelling. But I'm
glad
doing.
I'm glad
doing
it
good.
died when it died.
I'm doing good. When we get drunk, it will come back out and stronger than ever.
How's Homer Candle doing over there?
Underwhelming.
Yeah, let's give him a little shake there.
Don't do that.
Why not?
He's gonna fall on the floor and there'll be wax. Look, don't do that anymore.
That's what I want. I wanted some wax dripping down his back.
Yeah, let it just happen naturally. You're all about pouring the wax out. We got to see what happens.
I
It needs
guess.
to get. Yeah, we need to gently fan it forward to start to mess with the head. That's what
Yeah,
you need.
because it's just melting the back of his cranium here.
Yeah. See, the problem is it's a wick issue here. We got a bad wick. All right, we can't live with this.
I'm about to
Candle.
fuck this cash up.
I think I'm going belly button.
I guess for the sake of being able to go out with my friends, I'll take
You'll
the belly
be
button.
ostracized with accordion legs. And I feel like you could tuck it, wear 2 shirts,
I always wear 2 shirts.
wear 4 shirts.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Just-
Wear a hoodie. Wear a hoodie, cut a hole
But
in the
how do
hoodie
you-
pocket.
okay, but like-
and let it
But how do you like explain this to women? Like you're going to hook up with a girl and you got this
In the
10-inch
dark?
weird. But like it should.
I put it inside of him.
Oh,
you think I'm
no,
not like
that's
first?
I don't like
That's
that
the first
one
thing I'm gonna
bit.
do with it.
Oh, put
I'm
it
gonna
inside
ask-
someone?
Yeah, I'm
You're
gonna
gonna ask a girl to lick it?
No, you made it weird.
Oh, I made it weird. You're just putting it inside girls, and then when I ask a girl
Because
to
I'm
lick
drunk
mine,
and I
it's
went
weird.
too far down and it slipped in.
But I thought this thing was flaccid. Does it get hard enough to slip in?
Oh, you haven't slipped a flaccid drunk penis in a
Hey,
woman
yeah, let's
before?
not go. Like,
Weird.
let's not.
Because I've heard
that's
from multiple women.
That's neither here nor there. I don't think we need to get into this.
Call 402-732-7737 if someone has ever slipped his flaccid drunk penis inside of you
The
or a
phone's
friend.
just blowing up right now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not even a live recording. Someone just knows.
all the
Your
women.
hair is so ridiculous.
All the
I
women
can't
I've ever.
deal with
My
you.
hair is.
Yeah, your headphones have pushed it straight up in the back. You look like a goddamn lunatic. You look like you got accordion leg. Yeah, I'm going belly button. I believe in it.
I
listen
guess
to a
you
lot
have-
and I
you-
listen to a lot of music.
You have peer pressured me into belly button as well.
It just makes more sense publicly.
You're not wrong.
If I want to be an introvert that never leaves the house, I got accordion legs. But my animals are running away. I hate the sound of accordions too, so it's not even a social thing. All right, and then finally, would you rather be half your height or double your weight? Assume that your current weight stays the same if you choose half your height. So I'm still like if my weight's the
I'm
same
gonna
and I
weigh
go, so I'm still,
so I'd weigh 460,
yeah, I don't know what I would weigh, almost 400.
but then I would be 3'4".
Yeah, I'd be 3.5 I'm 6'1". I don't know.
I really like the idea
But
of
if my
Dapper
weight-
Dad's minis.
But if my weight stays the same, then I'm just a fucking little, right? That's what that means.
So
Your
your
current weight stays the same if you choose half your height. Because if you shrink me in half, then I'm wide.
So either way, we're
I'm
fat.
like a weeble that wobbles but won't fall down. At
So
that
we're like big little fat dads.
point. We're big little fat dads. I think
I
I'd
kind of
rather-
like it.
I
I kind of like big
I like
little
the
fat
idea of
dads.
it. I'd like to see a drawing of it.
If someone wants to draw, okay,
Or Photoshop, whatever.
just something a 3'4" slim and a 3
Three and a
foot
half-
3.5
Yeah, whatever the fuck that
exactly
would be.
3 foot with half an inch drama, but make us both about 230 pounds at that height. I'm really curious
I
to
think
see
it would
the
be
science
worse.
behind
I
it.
think it would. If you shrunk down,
It'd be one of
us,
those fat
we'd
little
be-
midgets.
Yeah,
one
like
of those
like a
round
circle.
little
Yeah,
midgets.
like the Weeble Wobbles. You
Yeah.
remember?
Oh, yeah, of course I remember Weeble
Yeah.
Wobbles. I'm thinking I just really like cute, fat, little slim and drama. It sounds like a fun time.
But imagine like the difficult life of
like
being
wiping
3
your
feet.
ass and like walking
Well,
around.
I just mean
everywhere.
like getting into a
I'm
car
thinking
and
just getting clothes. Can you imagine being 3'4" and weighing 230
You just-
pounds?
What's like 3? Like
What's
this?
that? What do you wear? Like a 48-16? Like
I didn't feel like it'd be smaller than that.
okay.
Because
What is?
my pants are only like 30 length.
I would
so
say
yeah,
my-
like a okay. So yeah.
I wear a 36.
Yeah.
So if a
You're just
I'm thinking like a 52. A 52-18 is what I'm gonna be wearing.
all right. So you're 3'4" and you have accordion legs. What happens now?
I get put down like the animal I am. What the
You
fuck?
can't even get them
Kill
up high
me.
enough.
Like
And you're just heavy.
little baby
The accordions are
accordion.
just like, oh God!
Sounds like I'm
It's
stepping on
coming to
dogs
kill
everywhere
me.
I go.
Is this the Chucky reboot?
It's coming to kill me. I just want to order some food.
Who's saying that? Yeah. God, I'd love to see
3'4", 200.
when do you think you were 3'4"?
Jesus, when I was born. I don't know, man. Like 3'4".
Yeah, I came out like 17 inches long.
I don't know, 3'4", maybe like 6-7 years old.
Yeah.
Like
So picture 6,
Okay, I
7-year-old you
was-
with all your current weight.
because oh my god, what a beefy boy. Because my mom constantly
Just wanna
tells
give it noogies.
my mom loves telling the story about how I was like 5
Yeah.
and crying about how I wasn't getting the right
Yeah,
Happy Meal
we've
toy.
talked about this
Everyone's like,
on
"What's
here."
that retarded 12-year-old crying for?" And she's like, "He's 5." So I'm picturing at that point, oh god, yeah, I just want to give him noogies all day, just
Yeah.
hard, fast little scalp burners.
I want to just take them everywhere and make people feel bad for me.
Like you get to go to the
It's
front
my
of the line
weird
for
fat
everything.
son.
It's my weird, and I'm just like, hey.
Yeah. So many. Oh my God. I know
How's it
exactly what
going?
it looks like.
This slim from the Dapper Dad.
Yeah, everything about you changes.
I got cursed by gypsy.
What about the dick? Is the dick the same?
Big dick.
Big
Huge
dick.
dick.
Huge, beefy
Gigantic.
dick.
Finally have a big dick. Finally got a dick worth of. Hey, baby, come suck on this horse hog.
Where is it?
It's
in-
under some shit, but you got to fold up to find it. But when it's
no,
out, it is
no,
out.
that's my 10-inch belly button.
I have both now. Damn.
You have all of these.
I've got accordion legs, a 10-inch belly button, and a monster hog on my 3'4", 230-pound frame. Let's
And
fucking
guess
go.
what? Danny DeVito just pulled up, and you got to fight him. He's a whale.
I'm dead. That's all there is to it. How am I?
He
I
takes
feel like at
you
this,
in 'cause you're
I
also
am
small.
very differently abled at this point. I don't think I can be fighting anything.
Oh, I think you've got a shot. Nobody wants to have to beat the shit out of the 3-foot, 10-inch belly button accordion leg kid.
Me,
no one's
just
getting
playing
the deal
the
with it.
loudest,
Oh my
worst noise.
God, what is that?
I'm on an airplane. I'm
just
like,
wanna-
wipe my ass. I won't close the door.
You fall in the toilet. You suck. I need you to pull me out of the can. So what's our insane demand? That picture of
Well,
Jeff
'cause
Goldblum
I
on a
would
BBW.
say that whenever I think of like insane demands, the first thing that always comes to my mind is Van Halen, where they were doing like
Yeah,
the brown
the
M&Ms.
M&Ms.
So I like to think of doing something really insane with food, but like a large quantity of food.
Yeah.
Like I need 1,000 McDoubles, no pickles, or we're gonna kill all these people.
I always love it's a Family Guy part from like a long time ago, and I don't even remember who it's referencing, but he's like, a desk of Cheez-Its? Where
Yeah.
do you even get these measurements?
a barrel of grape jelly.
Yeah, I want like that. Well, it's funny because when I was like 15,
A
I
desk
like
of Cheez-Its.
yeah, we want a desk of Cheez-Its. You want the desk to be full, or you want it to be made out of Cheez-Its?
I want
Surprise me, but if it's wrong, we're not playing.
I want 60 miles per hour of Natter Days.
yeah.
Like,
So we throw it at you?
no,
Don't fucking throw
no,
things
you
at me.
throw things at me. I'll
We're
end this
the-
right now.
We're the entertainment.
Are you even listening to me? Are we speaking the same language, you and I? I said 60 miles per hour of natural light strawberry
Is that the
lemonade
problem?
drinking
you
beer
don't know
Natter
what Natter
Days.
Days is?
Do I have
That's
to
the
show you a
issue here?
picture?
Yeah.
Is this the
I
problem?
understand you're not familiar with Natter Days.
Are you a temp?
They're like, no, it's the miles per hour.
I don't understand what I don't understand I'm speaking like we're communicating right now. What am I saying that doesn't make sense to you? Get like crazy and erratic to where they're writing articles about us on like Uprocks and Vice.
I want a treasure chest of meatballs.
I want. That's not that crazy. I could demand a treasure chest of meatballs.
That's a lot of meatballs, though.
How many pounds of meatballs do you think will fit in a treasure chest?
Oh boy, a lot.
I'm thinking like 30 pounds of meatballs.
At least.
Because I mean, what are, like, you know those big bags of meatballs?
I wanted to, but the thing with the treasure chest, right? Big top like that.
Classic pirate treasure chest is what I'm picturing.
I need it to be completely full, filling the top.
Like when you open it up, it's like overflowing treasure.
Yeah, when I open it, it just pours out because it's literally like it's jammed full of meatballs. It's
you're gonna have to cut a hole in the top to shove meatballs.
What you need to do is cut a meatball-sized hole, turn it on its side, cut a meatball-sized hole, stuff them in until it fills up there. Seal that hole. And I'm also not going to tell you this is the way to do it, but if I open that treasure chest and I can tell that it wasn't completely full of meatballs, we're canceling the whole tour. So now it's not even
an insane demand.
It's not even your fucking venue and your fucking show. You got to talk to Cincinnati because we're supposed to be there tomorrow.
You got to talk
Oakland the following day because our schedule.
I would say
is
Cincinnati
so
to Oakland. Oh my god!
We don't understand.
And you don't fly, so how the fuck are we going to go from Cincinnati to Oakland in a day?
60 miles per natter day.
Just 60 miles per natter day. I'm going to need about 130 gigawatts of natter days to just get me going 40 miles.
Listen, we had a logistics guy, and I don't want to say the retarded word, but I mean, when the shoe fits, fill it full of cheese and fuck it. Am I right?
When the shoe fits.
Like, oh my God. Who booked these guys? They have a podcast that's kind of wacky at times, but I never thought it would be like this.
This is insane.
On episode 97, they said this would happen.
If here's what's going to happen. If I can take your chest of meatballs and I can shove more meatballs in it than you shoved in it, whole tour's canceled. You're fucking, you bet you have some letters to explain. You have some money to refund.
You got to tell, because after Oakland, we're going to New York.
I don't get why we wouldn't go. Why can't we go Cincinnati to New York?
The logistics guy's been fired, but it's too late. We already have this route.
You're the planner. How did you not plan this tour correctly?
And I fired myself. Luckily, I knew the meatballs would fall through. It was a whole big scam.
Yeah, we already knew the meatballs were going to fall through. That's why
there's never going to be enough meatballs.
That's why we made all these promises.
We open it up, and they've jam-packed it so full that it's become a just shape of meat in the shape of
not even
thing.
balls.
And I'm just like, we got to go to Cincinnati to Oakland to New York to Texas. This isn't going to make any sense.
I shove one more meatball and they're just
and it explodes.
It just explodes.
Like, no.
I'm like, nope. See, I got a meatball in there. I got
no, we carefully.
We're not even talking. We're all just pointing at each other, going,
I'm eating just meat forms, chunks.
Yeah, a giant form of loose.
I would like to bite it. It's like a meatball sub, but it's just made out of meatballs that have been so compressed.
Bread's made out of meatballs with a thin slice of bread in the middle.
Yeah. And it's just got marinara infused.
I was going to say, is this like a meatball marinara treasure chest, or is this like a crock pot meatball treasure chest?
This is just dry meatballs.
Oh, so it's just
they've got to be hot. But dry. Like they're just,
So cooked. It's like pan fried or like baked hot meatball. Yep. So baked hot meatballs, no sauce.
Right.
Desk of sauce on the side of the chest of this is a nightmare. I feel bad for whoever's got to fucking deal with us on it. I didn't book us. Wait a minute. I look at my tag. I'm the booking guy. I'm like, oh, fuck.
You fucked up. I'm the logistics head.
Oh,
you're
you
the
fucked
booker.
up.
We're both like, oh, we need people. We got to stop running this brand.
There's no one else around. We're fucking everything up for ourselves.
There's a ton of fans. We have to go out and be like, due to
unforeseen circumstances.
I've always loved that
involving a treasure chest of meatballs.
People are like, I was at the show where they made the announcement that canceled the weirdly set up tour.
Yeah. I took a look at their tour schedule, and I didn't know how without flying they were going to make it in all those days. But if you take a look and you see the trajectory and the pattern that they were going to take on the tour, it goes in these specific locations.
Big pentagram.
At these times when the planets are aligned, if they were crossing from Cincinnati to Dallas, Texas at just the right moment, a portal would have opened.
Big pentagram, but they did it upside down, so it's just a star in a circle.
Yeah, it looks like America just did a good job.
I've always wanted to do the infamous Guns N' Roses performance where someone was like filming it and Axl Rose keeps going, take that guy's camera, and then he's like, fuck it, and he majestically leaps in the crowd, tiny white bike shorts, fur jacket, bandana, jumps in the crowd, beats the shit out of the guy, jumps back on stage, grabs the microphone, goes, "'Cause of the lame ass security, I'm going home," spikes the microphone so loudly, leaves, they riot, burn the venue down. I've just always loved, thanks to the lame ass security, I'm going home. Because I feel like I always want to do that at a bar. Like, it would have been fitting in Minnesota to be like, thanks to the lame ass security, I'm going home. Spike a microphone. I just have a microphone.
Spike a
on
natter
me.
day.
Yeah.
So loud, so hard that it sounds like you've spiked a microphone.
Jesus Christ.
Go up to the DJ booth, just spike some of his records.
But yeah, that's what. So for this meatball scenario, I'm gonna be like, thanks to the lame ass treasure chest full of meatballs that weren't in the specific manner I had requested, we're going home. Spike a microphone.
20,000 people stadium just starts rioting.
20,000 people stadium with 3,000 people in it. Real spotty.
Our girls are together for some reason. They're just like watching TV news. And in Cincinnati, Ohio tonight, local podcast incites a riot, and they're just like, oh, I'm sure it wasn't them. I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Just another
like The
podcast.
Simpsons, where the spinal tap, and then it's just you and me on a rope, just swinging. No,
we're participating in the riot.
Well, duh. You think
people are like,
do you think I'm not gonna see a riot of 20,000 people and not get in that shit? I live for that.
That's how we become famous. Incite a riot, participate in said riot. You know what I mean? You don't see that. The title is Eat Shit and Why.
Okay.
All right. It's pretty lengthy, but like I said, it covers everything, I think. Hey, dads, I got a question, and I'm going to try to be very specific so we can get the best answer. You have to eat one turd. Let's say it's very average, about 5 inches long, and
I love the detail
and the
already.
girth of a corn dog. A real run-of-the-mill shit. It's also soft but firm.
Okay.
All right? I'm seeing it just a real average little dump.
Whoever is writing this out is a master at description, let me tell you.
It gets better. You can put this log in one food to make it easier to eat.
Okay.
What do you choose? The food must be something normal and common. For example, you can put it on a burger with toppings, but just common ones, ketchup, mustard, onion, tomato, etc. Nothing crazy, even if it's something you see frequently. Egg, avocado, barbecue sauce. You can also mix, mush, or cut up the log for the most sensible application, but the entire thing must be consumed. Also, food sizes must be relative. One burger would be equal to 2 or 3 slices of pizza, which would be equal to 2 or 3 tacos, etc.
God, I love this.
But I would also like to know if you'd prefer to spread it over a ton of food so it doesn't taste bad but takes way longer, or you'd put it on a smaller food to get it over with. I really hope I covered all possible counter questions, but I'm sure I didn't. Thanks, love y'all. See, that's the type
of quality submission we need.
Yeah, all my questions.
Good God, yeah, thank you. Yeah. It's kind of a tough one.
Yeah, it's always hard to eat shit.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of because here the first thing my brain went to was like a hot dog, like put it on a hot dog bun.
I also instantly thought of a hot dog, but I think that's possibly the worst answer.
Well, yeah, because then you're just taking a bite out of the shit with just toppings on top. Because here's how I usually dress up my hot dogs: ketchup.
Well, you just talked about this.
Yeah,
on the last episode.
Did I really? Yeah, I don't remember shit.
At this point, we just keep repeating how you make a hot dog.
I guess.
Holy shit, we really are done.
Yeah, until someone
after 100, it's just hot dog talk.
I want someone to bring. If you're coming out to CJ's, make me a nice quality veggie dog.
Yeah, make
dress
him a
it
hot
up,
dog. Oscar
veggie
Mayer.
dog.
Oscar Mayer.
Dress it up the way I like it and bring it to me. So, like, am I allowed to
make it cold?
Fuck it.
It's been in the cart for 2 days. Like, I was so excited.
Am I allowed to dress it up the way I dress up a hot dog then?
Well, you put weird shit on a hot dog because it says.
But the weirdest thing I put on there is like sport peppers. Like I put like hot peppers.
I think you
on
put too much stuff. I'd say an average hot dog,
just like ketchup, mustard, relish.
Yeah, I'd say that tops based off of the way they worded.
See, I feel like ketchup, mustard, relish would work, but then
you're just putting that on a shit though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're not even.
It's just on a shit in a soft steamed bun.
You could probably like smear the shit all over the hot dog. You'd want to have the hot dog, otherwise you're just dressing up shit.
Okay, I put the shit in the hot dog, or do I put the hot dog in the shit? Do I like take a hot dog and like take the shit and like cake it around it?
That's what I was picturing. Yeah. Well, yeah. What's your best? Are you gonna really go with hot dog? That's what.
Well, I said that's the first thing my mind went
but
to.
then I was immediately like, no,
that's the first thing.
And it's making it even more like I'm more aware of it. If I'm putting it on anything, I want it to be hidden so I can kind of try to get out of this.
So, are you thinking like mix it into something?
Yeah,
then?
I'm thinking after reading this and having to think about it. I'm thinking like a pasta dish.
That's what I was thinking. Like mix it in with like some sauce or something like that.
And some ground beef. I was thinking so that there's So you're never
So
shirking
is like
shit.
so is like the shit. So the shit is like chunked up then. At this
Sure,
point.
yeah, chunked up, or if we can somehow mix it with the sauce real nice.
Yeah, that's-
whatever. Because they said we can.
That seems to be the most practical. When they say spread on something, I was thinking because like you go to like pizza places now and they do like the drizzles and like the sauces on top.
Shit.
Take the shit, put it in one of those sauce bottles with like some I don't know what the fuck you would add because like ranch is just like mayonnaise and sour cream with milk in it
I
to
think
thin
you
it
just
out.
said this on the last episode too. Stop breaking down foods on every.
I can't help it.
episode.
So like what?
If I was doing it on pizza, I'd put it under the cheese. If we can get down to that,
slice it.
I don't want to.
Can I slice it like pepperoni and
They
put it
said
under
you
the
can
cheese?
slice, smash, whatever the most practical.
Okay, slice it,
activation.
fry it, ruin a pan, stink up the kitchen, and then you just
Smells like burnt shit in here.
yeah. My girl comes home and I am just pan frying little pieces of shit. I gotta call you. Hey man, I'm gonna come stay with you for a while.
No, I've heard what you've done. I have nice pans.
Not my cookware I got from IKEA, you hog. Good lord.
I go, you hog.
Yeah, you just gotta really degrade me because I'm really
Because you're
because I'm frying it. You're also eating shit in this
Yeah, but
scenario.
I'm not frying it up
Then
and
what
making
are
it
you
show.
doing with it? So you're just gonna take an uncooked log and just mix it in with something
I'm gonna microwave it for 7 minutes.
till it's hard as a rock? Like it's got all the moisture
gonna eat
cooked
shit,
out
eat
of it.
shit,
You're gonna
buddy.
eat some shit
Oh, I'm gonna
jerky.
eat some shit.
Take a bite out of it. You crack a tooth on it because you microwaved it for so
Oh,
long.
what happened to your tooth? I don't want to talk about it.
You smell like you've been eating little bits of shit. Yeah, well.
Jelly pieces of shit for breakfast. Yeah, because I had also pictured a burger. I feel like a burger
Yeah.
can look like shit.
Make like a Juicy Lucy. Put the
Oh,
shit
the
in the middle.
loosest of juicy?
The juiciest of the loosiest of juicies.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, baby, let's go.
Yeah, I'll take one shit-filled burger.
I would like the loosiest of juicies. One shit fried burger coming up.
That's what you get every time you go to Matt's Bar in Minnesota.
It's gotta be Matt's.
They're like, you don't say Lucy Juicy, please, God.
God.
I did it my first time. Scalding hot shit squirted into my mouth.
Bubbling hot shit.
Can't eat it for 45 minutes, and you waited an hour to eat it.
God. So like with the burger, are we like making the beef patties ourselves and we're like mixing it in with
Yeah,
the
I
beef?
think that's like the best case scenario. Yeah, if we're able to prepare
nothing like
the
an
food,
Angus burger marbled with some shit.
I feel like that's the best way. I don't know. What's your food? I think I'm still going pasta. I can picture
I'm thinking pasta.
spaghetti and meatballs, but the meatballs are shit.
Spaghetti and shitballs.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you will.
Here's what I'm thinking: spaghetti and meatballs, but like take the logs and make meatballs out of them, but then also make some more meatballs to go with it. So it's like a fun game of Russian roulette. Am I
No,
getting?
see, I
boop?
think breaking it up. I think the thing my plan of attack is it needs to be in some sort of sauce or like
Yeah.
biscuits and gravy instead of
Right.
sausage. It's shit. You know,
because you can just
it needs
scarf
to
that
be-
down really
yeah,
fast.
I think it needs
you
to
know?
be mixed in like some sort of sauce.
It's got to be
There's
something.
got to be something to cover the flavor.
It's got to be something I can eat really fast because
Yeah.
like, but that's my only. That's like my only negative takeaway from the pasta is like you got a plate full of pasta. Because like with a hot dog, you can just it's gone. The other
Sure.
day, got a 7-layer burrito from Taco Bell and ate it so fast the person I was with was terrified of how
Yeah,
fast I
that's
ate it.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone's
Everyone
terrified of
should
how
be
fast I eat when I'm hungry. No one understands when I say I'm hungry and I gotta piss. I mean I'm hungry and I have to piss.
I don't know why they always have to be together. If I have
That-
to see you at another urinal scarfing down a slice of pizza
I can't help it. I roll
with
it
a
up.
splash bag.
I do the Homer Simpson. I roll it up and I just pop it down my throat so it expands in my stomach.
Not that far.
It's really not. I don't even think I chew right half the time.
I know that you don't.
Yeah, well, my uncle chews too much when we used to go out to eat. Like as a family, we would be like done with our meals, and he was still working on his salad because he would sit there and just chew
Yeah,
and
like a
chew
horse.
and chew. And it's like I don't even like chew my food. I
Yeah.
like take bites.
Yeah,
and
there's
just
like an in
swallow it.
between of these two scenarios.
Yeah, that's called a normal person.
Or just don't eat. Everybody's so fixated on eating.
I just-
like,
I
grow
li-
up.
I like
we
to
have other
eat.
things to do.
like what?
drink.
Drink while you eat.
No, I hate that.
No, what I like is getting drunk on an empty stomach, but getting like that almost too drunk, and then you're like Cole with the chicken and the chips,
Yeah.
where you're just shoving it in
See,
and
I
it tastes
lose
like
my
heaven.
appetite after one single beer.
See,
until I'm so far gone.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and then I just want to destroy.
Yeah,
like Christ. Remember when?
Well, that's what after that bags tournament on the way home, I demanded Taco Bell. I got it. I got in bed. I had a shredded chicken burrito. I had a taco of some sort. I can't really recall, but I know it was involved.
Mm-hmm.
And Nacho Bel Grande. I was ready to go to town, get in the bed, in my boxers, take a bite of the shredded chicken burrito, instantly feel ungodly nauseous, and try to go to sleep. I woke up to a bag of Taco Bell, and I was like, God damn it.
I remember when we got like really stupid drunk downtown that one time, and we went to Los Portales afterwards, and I got like 2 whole fucking dinners and ate them both.
I mean, I feel like that's happened a lot.
No, but I remember. I don't remember this one, but I remember the situation because.
Oh yeah, we had to pay for your food because you're so fucked.
Yeah, I was so fucked up. You had to pay for my food. Yeah,
that's happened to me with so many people. They get so fucked up.
Amazing. We go out, we get fucked up, and we get too fucked up to do things. Who would have thunk it?
No, everybody gets too fucked up to pay. That's the thing.
That's how fucked up.
I'm like, fine.
That's how fucked up I'm trying to get tomorrow to where I forget what
too
money
fucked
is.
Up to pay.
Yeah.
At my house.
Yeah.
Because I start charging when it gets late.
Yeah. After three nights, you're like, come on, buddy.
Yeah, I went on.
You're like, this isn't a Red Roof Inn. Come on now.
So what are you eating?
I'm just trying to think of something I can like scarf down really fast. I'm thinking like just some type of sandwich.
I'd also thought of a burrito.
Yeah, a burrito would be
shit
smart.
In a burrito.
Yeah, but it's
and then there's shit
in a burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Portale size burrito, not one of those like giant, like big as my forearm burritos, you know? Or would that be better?
Well,
because
that was
then it's mixed in more.
That was the other question. I don't think we're allowed to choose that. What was it? Yeah, because all food sizes must be relative, like normal. But I'd also like to know if you'd prefer to spread it over a ton of food so it doesn't taste as bad but takes way longer, or you'd put it in smaller food just to get it over with.
I'm gonna go ahead and say just grab like a run-of-the-mill dollar menu burrito from Taco Bell, like a 7-layer or a beefy burrito. Stuff the turd.
And the Taco Bell worker the turd.
Be like,
can you put this in?
And they're just like, is that his shit? Be like, don't worry, I microwaved it for 7 minutes. It's hard as a rock.
It's barely as shit anymore.
It's barely as shit. It's more of a jerky. Bite off a hunk if you want. Wait, does that mean I lose the contest? What contest?
Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's so much a contest.
What do I win when I finally eat the shit? Win?
Yeah.
You ate a shit. That's your prize. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say just run through Taco Bell, just grab an average little burrito they got from there, take a bite, put the turd in, and then just power through it as fast as possible. But what's good? Like what?
I don't know. I feel like there is something to having a bunch of food and spreading the shit out.
But then you also got to figure like how much food can you eat in that sitting? Because if you're getting like an extra large like Papa John's pizza and putting it all under the cheese, you got to sit there and eat that whole Papa John's pizza.
You got to find a middle ground. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like both points are valid.
Pizza, shit mixed with the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else on top, but like you make it like an everything pizza or like a meat lover's pizza to where there's so much meat.
There's already other shit.
Yeah, there's already so much meat that like, per USDA regulations, you can already have some fecal matter in it because it's just what happens when you slaughter animals and you have their guts all over the floor. Oh God, this one's large intestine exploded. Fuck it, hose it off. Literally what they do.
All right, we don't need your fucking propaganda.
It's not propaganda. It's what they do.
It's your propaganda.
If it was propaganda.
Anyway.
Eat
shit already.
I'm going to say the burrito, and if not the burrito, I'm going to say a pizza, but it's got to be like one of those ones where you get every topping on the menu on top of it.
But this says it can't be ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. You just go and you get like a specialty pizza from somewhere, like a Meat Lover's pizza.
I feel like it has, I feel like Meat Lovers is the furthest you could go with that.
Yeah.
I think it has to be.
But what about every restaurant has like a specialty pizza that's like pepperoni, sausage, peppers, olives, mushrooms.
Nothing crazy, even if it's something you see frequently. It has to be common.
I don't think like a specialty pizza is that crazy.
I feel like you're trying to get out of this. I feel like Meat Lovers at tops. I think the question is meant to be more like just a cheese, pepperoni, sausage pizza. If we're being honest.
I'm gonna say Meat Lovers pizza.
Okay, I think you're trying to get out of eating this shit.
I'm gonna eat this shit. I'm gonna eat this shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying, mix it in the sauce, put everything on top of it, bake it, ruin that pizza oven, pizza pan, pizza place of
It's one
business.
of those wood fire
That's what I'm
ones.
saying.
Like, oh my god.
Go downtown to wood fire
It's
oven.
just got, they pull out that board and it's just got a skid mark on it. Like, what's in this pizza? You shouldn't have let me make the pizza, idiot.
Why did you let me
didn't see
bake
me
it?
throwing shit in there.
Yeah, you didn't see me toss the dough and put in little pieces. Or do you take the turd and chop it up and mix it in the dough?
I think that's actually the better move.
Or is it like a stuffed crust pizza and you just have the turd and the cheese and the stuffed crust?
No, because then it's a surprise at the end.
It's not a surprise. It's the best part of the pizza
But
that
it's
has now
not when
been
there's
soiled.
shit in
Yeah, now it's been ruined because
think
you're
you
trying to
gotta-
enjoy the garlic knots on the end
You
of the
got to
pizza.
spread the shit whatever you can do
Okay.
the most evenly.
If I can't get it in a 7-layer burrito, I'm gonna say put it in pizza sauce and bake it into a pizza for me.
All
That's
right.
what is
I
urine?
will.
What will you do?
I thought you said, what is urine? Like, what do we do with the pee that obviously has to come with the shit?
Yeah.
It's in your drink. What drink do you put pee in? It's
This.
a drink.
I feel like there's already pee in this. I feel
I
like
know,
Fat
I
Boy
know.
peed in my Dunkin' Donuts.
Shout out little fat boy.
Shout out
You
little
know,
fat boy.
I hope you don't listen.
Oh, I bet he's a
Too-
huge
he's
fan.
too young. Yeah, I think I'm going pasta still.
Okay.
It's got to be something saucy. Burrito, I think, would be my second guess. It's
Like a
got to
s-
be something that
Like
has
a smothered
a lot of-
burrito?
Smothered No, just a- my
burrito with
most-
egg at least.
I was told I can't use egg, and I respect all the details that were put forth, so I'm gonna abide by them. But yeah, like a Los Portales burrito, so there's a lot of shit in it. It's thick. I don't want a Taco Bell when it's not thick enough. I want something else in there. But yeah, get some sour cream. I feel like I'm thinking there's got to be sauces with a distinct taste is going to be your best option to try to kick that.
Get like some of that
shit
real.
flavor.
Get some of the red hot sauce from Portales on there.
Yeah, something. I feel like sauces is your way to mask that shit flavor. It's
Yeah.
got to be it. Just
Yeah.
with meat and shit, it's not going to do it. It's
Mhm.
got to be something like that. Is it better if it's your own shit? You'd rather eat your own shit or shit that you don't know anything
I'd rather
about?
eat my own shit.
I think
honestly.
everyone would
I
rather
think
eat their
people
own
are
shit.
so fucking disgusting that like an unknown turd,
That's
like
It's like an unknown soldier, unknown turd.
tomb of the unknown turd, guarded by the Dapper Dads day and night.
Yeah, I feel like I'd rather eat my own shit. I think everyone would. You
Yeah,
know,
because it's like because I mean, at the
you're
end of
just
the day,
eating what you ate.
at the end of the day, it's your own brand. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of like when you smell your own farts and you're like, it's not
Yeah.
that bad. You know,
Yeah, these ones work.
like
right?
sometimes you get farts and you're like, oh God, where's that
That
coming
shouldn't
from?
exist.
But then sometimes you smell your own farts and you're like, that's a tolerable fart. This is not the worst fart
This
I've
is
ever
the
smelled
best
in my
case
life.
scenario for a fart.
Yeah,
in the air.
this isn't the worst smelling fart I could have. This is
Yeah.
it's not pleasant, but it's not the worst thing.
But I
I
had
could
a
ever have.
more milder fart than normal. Is that the joke?
Is that the joke?
This guy got his taint pierced, which there's a term for it, and the guy said that he's done like genital piercings before and whatnot. He'd never done this specific one, so he said
How do
normally
you got to sit in the chair?
he said normally what he does is like he'll get everything ready, and then the person will be standing there, and then he'll tell him like, all right, you can get undressed now. And he said he was getting everything ready. Turned around, the guy was just naked except for his shoes.
Like it was a porn
and he
show?
had a Prince Albert already. I think he had something else. So he was like just, checking all the boxes.
Yeah.
And so he said he had the guy get up on like the table
I feel
on
like you need,
all
like,
fours.
Oh.
And then he
Did
was
it
like
from the back?
he was like, I didn't think this through until I was in that position and the asshole was in the face.
Yeah.
And so he said that he did it. So he clamped it, pierced it.
That's where I'm drawing the line. I feel like if okay, let's just entertain
That's
that I'm.
Please, we need something entertaining.
Let's-
This normally isn't.
Let's just entertain the idea that I'm like, hey, drama, I want to go get my taint pierced, and you're like, okay,
I'm
cool.
for sure coming with.
Yeah, and I go, I
every
get
deep
naked, I
second
get
of
naked
this.
except for my slides
Yeah.
because it's summertime. I'm not getting my taint pierced in the
You're just,
winter
and your toes are the only thing keeping them from sliding off because you're gripping so hard.
so hard. The second I felt that little clamp on my taint, I'd be like, I'm out. Like I'm out. I can't do this anymore. Like I just feel because you've never gotten a piercing, but in that
I've seen
that moment when you get a piercing, there's a slight moment of clarity when that guy like pinches.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're like, this is a horrible idea.
Yeah.
This is a terrible
I'm
fucking
sure.
idea.
So I
But you're
feel when
already
you get
here.
a tattoo and you hear the needle and it's about to touch you,
Yeah, you're
You're-
just
you
like
got
bad
the-
idea.
the stencil on, and you're like, fuck.
Same page, different playbook.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the second I got that clamp on my
taint.
Well, because
Perineum.
you said it was.
I don't know for sure.
Because
it didn't get into detail.
Because I'm thinking.
Would you like me to pop a quick Google?
Please pop a quick Google, because I'm thinking
I feel like I'm gonna hate this.
Because I feel like if you're clamping it, where it's going vertically, that I feel like it's easier to pinch it vertically than it is horizontally.
First result is taint piercing healing.
That's what.
Okay, there it right is.
Yeah, let's have a look. See here. Oh Lord.
So I was picturing something different.
See, that's what I was picturing. I was picturing it going like, because I'm thinking about it going with.
What is that word? Gucci? I got this Gucci piercing.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Hey, I got my girl.
Ice cream cone?
I got my girl a Gucci bag, and it's spelled out like that.
Yeah. See,
Gooch. I think that's how you spell Gooch.
No, because even
Gooch.
Here it's spelled.
Gooch.
Here, I'll read the Wikipedia.
There's a Wikipedia for it?
There's Wikipedia for everything. Oh my God, that's a very tight, taut, clean ball sack that I was not expecting to
get. That is a tight little ball sack. Good Lord.
Confusing.
They can't even have a drawing
of it.
What
angle is this? Because the penis is floppy.
Okay,
flip
it back my way.
So this is like they're laying down, and
that's got to be from the back.
Taken upside down.
That's from the back.
It's from the back, but the dick is just flopping on the stomach, so it's upside down. I feel like also.
So in this photo, is that man on all fours?
I don't know. That barely looks like a man, to be completely honest.
I mean,
I've seen a lot of
got balls.
It's got like a different color of
the balls.
Yeah, the balls are like very clean shaven. I don't even know how you would achieve that. All right, let me
Brazilian wax. That's how you achieve that.
Maybe it's also called a Scotty. Okay, so the Gucci
Scotty too hottie.
The Gucci piercing is a body piercing on the perineum. Gucci piercings are much more common in men than in women. Believe it or not.
Shit.
Believe it or not. Although
I don't think because women are smarter than men.
Although a Gucci normally runs perpendicular to the direction of the penis, lateral placements are possible. A series of Gucci piercings in parallel to the direction of the penis is called a Gucci ladder and might commonly be seen as an extension
doing some yard work
of
today.
the
Let me get out my Gucci ladder.
Frenum ladder? I don't know.
We're not doctors.
Health issues.
We never claim to be.
Depending on the anatomy of the individual, a Gucci piercing can heal quickly with few complications like a normal piercing, or it may require specialized initial jewelry and care like a surface piercing. Due to the proximity of the anus, good hygiene is important.
That's
both
what I was
during
thinking.
the initial healing period and an ongoing basis after the piercing is healed.
Because imagine you get a Gucci piercing and then you have the shits the next day.
The estimated healing time for a Gucci piercing is, you want to guess?
12 weeks?
6 to 9 months.
What? So you
Sitting related activities that may place stress on the region may cause irritation to the site, leading to the migration
Infection
or rejection of the piercing. Imagine your balls just shoot the piercing out. We're fucking done with this Gucci
Just imagine
piercing.
you're at work and your coworker's sitting there just shifting back and forth a lot, and you're like, hey man,
you okay? Yeah, you could say everything's Gucci.
Just imagine, and he's like, yeah, my Gucci piercing is acting up a little bit. Nothing bad. It just hurts sometimes. I got it about 4 months ago.
Yeah, so I've got about 2 to 5 left to go.
9 months. That is how long you carry a baby for. Imagine having to care for a piercing on your body for 9 months. Because like, I'm just, I've got so many thoughts going through my head. My brain just broke.
Well, because there's a piece here that I want to add. So in the story, the man pierces it. The guy's on all fours. As soon as it goes through and he pierces it, the guy comes all over the table.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And that's apparently what the guy said is that's a reason why a lot of people do it, is because you get a big cum from it. And this also says here, Gucci weights may be attached to the piercing, causing added sexual stimulation. And he apparently in this scenario, the guy pierced it, the guy nuts all over the table. Then the tattoo artist hands him a bunch of paper towels, and the guy's like, what is this for? And the artist was who was telling the story, and he's like, I was trying to be like cool because it's like awkward, and I didn't know if the guy was like unprepared for that like I was. And he had to be like, you have to clean up your mess.
Can you truly be prepared for that though?
The naked guy had to like clean up his cum. And then I think he said at the beginning of the story, how much do you think that piercing would cost?
Is it Tattoo Bob's?
No,
$10.
a reputable Run of the mill. Because I was listening to something else recently. It's like a YouTube series where tattoo artists talk about their craziest tattoos. And one was about private part tattoos. And someone wanted their anus tattooed.
It happens.
And the guy like came in and asked if he would do it. And the tattoo artist said, it starts at $500 for me to even put the needle to your asshole. It's $500.
I think that's reasonable.
I think that's very reasonable.
Because it's
and
like
the guy who wanted it said, okay, because you're the only person who will even like entertain the idea of doing it.
Well, because that is such a specialty area, I guess you could call
I don't
it,
even know why you would.
I feel
that's just for shock.
Because I mean, you've seen that picture where it's like scale of like painful tattoo areas. How painful do you think an anus tattoo is?
It's probably like it's got to be
because
like
your butthole
is
sensitive.
Yeah, it's got to be like the top one.
Do you think it hurts to get a tattoo more on your head or your anus?
Anus. Your head's just like anything with
ankle bone or your anus?
It's going anus.
Anus every time.
I mean,
what could a more painful
balls? Your ball sack has to be worse than your anus because there's a lot more pain, I think, involved in your balls.
I want to know what compels a person to get their anus tattooed.
It's just shock. It's like a bar bet. So you can be like, my asshole has a tattoo on it. And everyone goes, no. Same shit when I'm like, I have a lip tattoo. And everyone goes, no. And then I show it and they're like, wow, that's so crazy.
That was one of the first things you ever showed me when we met was your lip tattoo.
I think I had, or no, I guess I'd had it for, it was my first tattoo. I got it when I was 18.
Yeah.
And that was 32 years ago. So it's holding up well.
It is, surprisingly.
I forget I have it. I'm going to read this last part because it seems incredible. And then, but yeah, the guy said, what price would you think for this piercing? Reasonably at like a place where you want to get your perineum pierced, your Gucci pierced.
At first, my brain went to like $60 to $80. Mm-hmm. But now I'm thinking upwards of more between like $150 and $200.
I would say 150 or 2. This guy said it was like a decade ago and it was like $60. And the guy didn't tip.
Are you serious?
The guy nutted on the table, barely cleaned it up, and just walked out. Because
unbelievable.
The artist
I would never do a Gucci piercing again.
The artist said he like didn't want to like deal with them anymore, so he had like the desk person like bring the guy up and get rid of him.
Yeah, if I give someone a piercing on all fours with their asshole like 5 inches away from my nose and they nut on my table, I wouldn't want to deal with them anymore either. I feel like you tip in that instance. If
I come, I tip big. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Whether I showed up to come or it was unexpected.
If I'm getting a piercing and I come from it, I'm tipping the cost of the piercing.
Oh yeah, especially if it was just a nose piercing.
Oh my god, I get myself. Oh Jesus! So if I get a tattoo and I come from it, I'm tipping the cost of the tattoo.
That's what I was gonna say. I have a friend that does tattoos for like ever since I met him, and he said that was part of his internship or apprenticeship was to tattoo a private part, whatever would come in. And he got a dick at like some convention and he had to do it. And the guy just nutted repeatedly because it was right on the dick. And they said it's not even hard. It's not even like, the sexual thing. It's just bound to happen.
That's just crazy to me that you got a soft
dick
you just have to, and you're just coming multiple times.
You said you just have to like, you know what I mean?
Just
if you're going to be professional, you just got to let nut be nut. You know what I mean?
Do you tell the dude to like let you know when you're gonna nut, or does it just happen?
He made it sound like you don't really know. It's such a weird sensation.
You know when you're gonna
but
nut.
I think it's like just you get that feeling, then it's just coming. Because there's not you're never gonna experience that unless you get your dick tattooed.
Which is
you know what I mean?
Happen.
There's not another.
You'd have to pay me. You'd have to pay for the tattoo and then give me like $10,000 on top of it to get my dick tattooed.
I don't feel like I need 10,000.
I just don't want to need.
It depends how big the tattoo is. I might get
your
like
whole dick.
Then yeah, I need
tattooing a lighthouse on your dick.
Well, now I don't even like it. Have you ever written on your dick with permanent marker?
No.
I'm weird. Anyway.
I'm weird?
Yeah. You always
Fuck you.
Weird shit. All right, this final part is under the history and culture section. I've only seen a few choice words that I wanted to get into. Richard Simonton, also known by his pseudonym Doug Malloy.
Doug Malort?
Authored a pamphlet entitled Body and Genital Piercing in Brief, which created much of the contemporary mythology surrounding the origin of various body piercings, including the Gucci. In the pamphlet, Gucci piercing is described as originating in the South Pacific.
Okay.
Most specifically,
seems like an
Tahiti,
Eastern thing.
Simonton's perspectives were colored by his own enthusiasm for genital piercing as an erotic practice, and his materials are not considered to be accurate. Imagine making a pamphlet about dick piercing. Everyone's
and then
like,
it's
this
just
isn't
lauded
even
by
right.
the community.
This isn't even accurate.
They're just dragging you through the garden about it. They're just like, no, none of your information about the eroticism of a Gucci piercing is correct, sir.
Like many genital piercings, Gucci piercings were primarily practiced in gay BDSM culture
Yeah.
prior to the resurgence of piercing in Western culture in the late 80s to early 90s.
Just once, I'd like to be called sir without it being followed by your information about genital piercings is incorrect.
It is sometimes used by couples for advanced power play, being chained and or locked to the Prince Albert piercing for the purpose of male genital infibulation and long-term physical control.
This guy's a big infibulator. He's fibbing. He's fibbing about the Gucci piercing.
His dick's all chained up.
Dick's all
Big
chained up.
infib.
Big fibber.
And the corresponding potent psychological control over the submissive male through the practice of enforced chastity. In the most extreme cases, both rings are cemented, glued, or even soldered shut for a semi-permanent,
Oh, no, you're not soldering.
removable only in a surgical setting
You ain't-
alternative to a chastity device to be worn over months or years at a time. This got
I'm gonna pass
way
out.
more intense.
I'm gonna
than I
pass
imagined.
out.
I'm
The
gonna
idea of a
cement-
little soldering gun near my Gucci?
Yeah, well, okay, so cement, glue, or solder gun.
Oh, that's three quick ones if I ever heard it.
No,
Oh,
they're gonna take a minute.
yeah.
I'm gonna blow you, but I mean to dry the glue.
Cemented?
Cemented, glued, or soldered. Glued is the best scenario.
Glued
here,
is,
for
yeah,
sure.
glued first.
I also hate cement.
What do you mean by cement? Like, is it
I mean,
like
cement.
is it like liquid cement? Is it like
I would imagine so. Yeah.
I can't imagine somebody's mixing up some
The
concrete.
link is to rubber cement. I don't know if it's accurate or it was just improperly linked.
Soldering is the
Solder.
least viable option,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Well, soldering feels somehow more permanent than cement.
Yeah, soldering,
Soldering.
melting the metal together, just sitting there with
Solder me, bitch.
Yeah, go ahead.
gonna-
Yep, go ahead. Just if some sparks hit my ball sack, it is
I
what it
get it.
is.
I am wearing a chastity device. It's just soldered pieces of metal
I've
around
sworn myself to celibacy by getting my Gucci
my
soldered.
months or years at a time.
Years. Imagine not having sex for years because your Gucci has been
Yeah.
soldered.
Hey, you want to take this back
That's a
to your
sentence I never thought I would say, but thanks to the show, it's happened.
Yeah, I didn't know this was. I heard the story and it was entertaining. This is a deeper dive than
This
I could
is
have ever.
nuts. I
fathomed.
can't imagine. Okay, now let's entertain this idea. You're hanging out with a girl. Things are getting a little spicy.
Doubt it.
Doubt it. Fine. You're hanging out with a girl. Things are getting a little spicy. You go down on her. You find she has a soldered Gucci piercing. Do you say anything about it in the moment, or do you wait till later?
So what? Can I still work with this soldered Gucci?
Yeah, you can still eat her out. Like, you can still fuck her and everything.
Yeah, I was like, that one's not a problem.
I mean, yeah.
I don't care about that.
No, you.
That's not going to come up.
You're,
Believe it
you're,
or not.
you're going down on her. You
Doubt it.
You doubt it. You go to give her a shocker.
Okay.
And on your ring finger, you feel a little something.
And I think it's a independent proposal.
Yeah, it's a very indecent proposal.
Very indecent.
Stick your
Where did
finger
you
in,
guys
pull
get
out a ring.
Engaged
Oh,
at.
a Motel
Let's
6.
just say it was very Gucci.
Say I got a Gucci ring,
No
fellas.
one gets it.
Oh, your finger in a girl with a Gucci piercing, and she gets her. You're wearing a ring for some reason, and you get your ring caught on the Gucci piercing.
Gucci. You got to take your
Oh.
ring off, and now it's just a piece of her.
Oh, and then she's got
Piece of her chastity
she's got to
device?
wipe her ass knowing that your ring is stuck onto her Gucci piercing. She's got to.
Is it my wedding ring, and I've been cheating?
Are you fingering her with your left hand?
I like to shake things up.
Are you're a left-handed finger?
No, not at all.
I was saying a right-hand
I like
finger
to
kind of
shake
guy.
things up. I just said.
I mean, I get
I'm
it,
getting
but like,
bored with this
so
bitch with all the piercings down there.
yeah, I feel like sex would be so boring if your girl's got Gucci piercings.
That's a lot more intense than I imagined.
So much more intense. This is
mean-
gonna keep me up at night now. I'm gonna have to call you at 3 a.m. tonight and be like, man, I can't stop thinking about this
My
Gucci
phone
piercing.
is on Do Not Disturb.
Well, then you're gonna wake up to 76 missed calls and a lot of chunked
I
up
woke
text
up to
messages.
words. Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine it.
So how much realistically for you to get a Gucci piercing?
A Gucci piercing. See, I feel like it's. I was gonna say it's not that bad. I picture piercings are over pretty
After
quickly.
everything
Yeah,
we just
then I
read.
remembered the 6 to 9 months of Do I got to keep it? How long do I have to keep it?
A year. You got to keep it for a year. But also keep in mind, the main, I don't know what you call it here, schematic, dynamic I'm trying to think of here is wiping your ass.
Oh, I know.
Because, I mean, like, you get those messy shits sometimes, and it's like...
I'm never really down on my taint.
That some people are.
Okay, I know who those people are now.
You're looking at
Yeah, you made it very clear.
I mean, let's say you just got, like, you got liquid shit coming out of your ass.
Doubt
like,
it.
Yeah. What... I was going to say something, but we can't divulge it on the show, so I'm not going to say it.
All right. Makes it sound way worse.
It's about your shits.
My shits are perfect. Except since coming back from the cabin, none of them have been right. All of them soft. Not wet, just soft.
Scared for you.
I'm not the same person.
It was all the beers.
I mean, I've drank a lot of beers.
It was all the Megalobes that gave you the soft shits.
Yeah. Soft like how you look when you drink a Michelob.
But I'm saying, okay, picture the most explosive diarrhea you've ever had in your life.
Okay.
Like you ate like a 3-day-old egg salad sandwich that's been sitting on the counter.
Sounds great. Sounds like something I would totally do.
Let's just say this is all hypothetical here, and you are having the worst shits of your entire life to the point where some of it is running onto your Gucci piercing.
Okay.
And this happens once within the year of you having the piercing.
Okay.
During the 6 to 9 month healing period, not in the good 3-month grace period afterwards. Okay. You can just shit all over yourself after 9 months. You're planning on it without the Gucci piercing. Don't fucking lie to me. I forget what my question is here. I'm getting lightheaded.
How much money, I think?
Yeah, how much money?
Now it's like 10,000.
Yeah, see, 10,000 is not a bad number when you got to have your Gucci pierced.
It's not. Knowing more, I would have went way lower early on.
This is
why you get that big nut.
This is why you got to do your research.
To get that one good.
What if you get
nut?
your Gucci pierced and it's the biggest, best nut you've ever had in your life? Like, it is a leg-shaking orgasm that you have.
I'm pretty sure in the story I heard it is supposed to help with like nuts afterwards. You know what I mean? Like maybe you can press on it a little bit. It's supposed to heighten orgasms. From there on out.
That theory, could you just like
jab yourself with a needle when you're coming?
No, I wasn't gonna say that.
Whatever.
I was gonna.
Someone's a little manila in the sheets.
I'm a little
manila envelope. You are
yeah.
a manila envelope in the sheets. You piece of garbage.
I don't think I've ever been so insulted in my life.
Maybe you should get your taint pierced, you piece of shit.
If you'll pay for it.
Let me Patreon.com/dapperdad.
Damn it.
If we get enough, I'll pierce Slim's taint.
Holy shit, I am so against all of this. I'm not signing anything off. Okay, if someone pays enough money, I'll get the Gucci piercing, but they got to pay for it.
Okay.
And then they got to pay for whatever medical procedures I have from all my soft shits for the next 6 to 9 months.
It is what it is. All right, let's get
talk
off
about
of
something
this.
else. I'm so sweaty just talking about this.
It's gone on too long.
I feel like statistically, we only ever see him in the evening, so it does stand to reason.
He's a vampire?
Well, I was going to say he could be at school during the day, but vampire makes a lot more sense.
Well, you got to be 16 to have a job. So regardless, 16 is old enough for us to have him as our child.
Now, that's something interesting to think about when I think about it. Because
adopting a 16-year-old?
I was thinking about adopting a vampire.
Okay, yeah, that's the gamble you take when you adopt a kid.
Well, you got me thinking about vampires, and you know, so like you get bit by a vampire, you turn into a vampire.
Okay.
Can you physically change your body at all after that? Like, can you lose weight at all? So, like, if you're like a 500-pound man and you get bit by a vampire, are you just a 500-pound vampire for the rest of your life?
I don't know, but I do want to say you don't see fat vampires represented.
Yeah.
Is there like a weight thing with they don't bite ugly fat people?
Like they don't like all the cholesterol in the blood or something like that.
It's too
like
sugary.
Yeah, like especially that's why you don't see American vampires at all because they don't want to come around.
We've broken this open.
I'm
so
telling
we need
you,
Netflix.
Big vampires coming after us.
Netflix call. We have a lot of ideas. A bunch of fat vampires.
Just exclusively my 600-pound
you wake
vampire
up,
life.
This is what interior shot opening dark. You're sleeping. We're panned in close on a tight face. There's a noise
like those shitty Coldplay-esque music videos in the early 2000s.
I don't know if I've
sleeping.
ever seen a Coldplay music
I
video.
haven't on purpose.
I probably have. But yeah, it's tight on his face. There's a noise. The eyes open, and you just hear heavy breathing, and it zooms out, and there's just a fat vampire.
Just a big boy vampire.
I flew all the way here. I'm gonna suck your blood.
And it's like, every other vampire I see, they seem to just kind of fly and levitate. Now, here's a question for you.
Do you have any meats of sorts in your fridge?
Not live ones.
The
Isn't that typically what vampires look
No.
for? There's a lot of misconceptions about who we are. Can I sit down for a little bit? You're floating.
I'm a little dizzy.
Floating, yeah, I'm floating. Yeah, floating, yeah, I'm floating. God, it slaps so
I
hard.
listened to it today.
I just want to hear that
Thinking
in a
about
club
fat
somewhere.
Vampires.
That's all I'm going to think about when I hear it now is fat vampires.
Yeah, if I get bit by a skinny vampire, I'm going to point out before they bite me that there's not enough equal representation.
Yeah, I'm gonna
in
be
their
like
culture.
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
be
really
like,
make them feel
y'all
bad.
are a bunch of ableists, and they get bit in the neck.
They're like, oh, he
Aw.
pointed it out. We got
Aw.
to bring Terry in. He's pointing it out. We can't have this get out.
We
They
gotta
got one fat vampire.
They keep in a cage at home because he can't be out here misrepresenting vampires.
Yeah, they bring him blood and just throw it in the cage.
Yeah, they can't even just like place a bucket in with a straw for him to drink out of. He's got a.
Interesting.
Well,
what if
how is he gonna drink it if they just throw it on him?
What
Is
if
he
you
just
got-
gonna lick it off? Like
if
that
you-
seems degrading. Imagine having
I've licked blood off of myself.
As
on
have
numerous
I. Who
occasions.
hasn't? But imagine like having a dog that you keep at home and like you crate it when you're gone, so
Okay,
it doesn't
there's
tear
a
up the
huge
furniture.
difference between
and
a
you just
sweet
throw
puppy and a-
you just throw a can of Alpo on it so it can lick
Huge
it off
difference
itself.
between a sweet puppy and a fat, gross vampire that shouldn't exist.
I think there's a lot more in
Imagine-
common that you're just closing your eyes about.
Imagine getting bit by
I
a
can't.
vampire.
Doubt it.
I also doubt it. Big teeth holes.
Huge
And
teeth
then they
holes.
stick a straw in your neck and suck it out. And there's like a whole thing. Like, you know how with CPR, they say you shouldn't put your mouth on another person's mouth? They give you those little packets.
Yeah,
That
like
blow in air into it.
they give you
Yeah.
one of those little mouth things from that
Yeah,
game,
which
and they're
are
like, do it like this, and you're just like,
Yeah. Wake up to that.
I can't let me laugh.
Oh, I think he said I love to suck dick.
No, he's dying. They can't die.
You wake up to that. Oh my God, I went to hell and I deserve it.
I went to hell and someone shot heroin into my neck. No, you're a vampire.
But yeah,
Imagine
just a
that. Imagine
straw.
getting bit by a
A deaf
vampire.
vampire.
No, oh God, that's the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Explodes into 1,000 bats and the bats spell out everything.
Yeah.
That's the point I was trying to make. Do you think the fat vampire explodes into more bats than the thin vampires?
So
Like,
many
is it
bats in your whole
significant?
room.
It's just like a cube. It's just a
It's
cube
worse
of
than
bats.
being
They're just
bit.
crawling all over you. You're just like,
Open
son
a
of a
window,
bitch.
Open a window.
Let these fucking
You
bats out.
open it.
Reassemble, you fat fuck.
You open it and it's 4 minutes of steady stream of bats flying out.
Someone's
Your
just
neighbors are
filming
like,
it.
oh my God.
I always
he
knew
was
that guy
into
was
some
fucked
shit,
up, but 4 minutes of bats?
I had to take a break. I went to take a piss and I came back. There's still
Still an equally intrusive amount of
That's
bats
what
flying
happens.
around.
It's not like I said, you don't wake up to heavy breathing of a vampire. You wake up to bats just funneling in.
Wake up
And
to
you're like,
4
oh my
minutes of
God,
bats.
what have I done? Then it just produces into a fat human and you're like,
Big fat human. Like,
yeah. Traditionally
Like
dressed like
Orson
an old timey vampire in like
it's
a
Orson
suit,
Welles. He's a
but it's
vampire.
he's just pouring out of the sides of it. You're like, you could have went with a bigger suit. We don't make a lot of money.
So you're a vampire. You can't just go find a guy that looks in your size and steal the
I've
clothes from him.
I've been in this bad suit for 3,000 years.
Well, first of all, props to you for making clothes last that long. Second of all, just go over to the Burlington, explode into 4 minutes of bats, and find yourself a suit.
It's just bats in a fitting room just pouring out. Can I get a room? I have 3 things. Oh,
Just
they're
imagine,
all
just
occupied
imagine
at
you're
the
you're at
moment.
Burlington. It's like a Saturday afternoon. You're just looking for some pants. You just need some new jeans. Fall's coming up. The old jeans, they got a little tight over the summer, and which should be the opposite. You get chunkier in the winter. Why does this keep
I
happening
get
to me?
chunkier every season.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
idiot.
just keep getting fatter
until I turn into a fat vampire.
until I turn into a. Yeah, that's why I stay fat so I won't turn into a vampire.
Smart.
Very smart. You don't have to fear the paranormal if you're too big to be picked up and carried away
What if-
by 4 minutes of bats.
Do you think there's also like an elitist feeling amongst the vampires where they're like, we've been alive for 3,000 years, and you're like,
You've
I've
only been alive for 1,500,
Yeah.
you stupid
or
bitch.
just like, I've only been alive for 123 years. I got bit not that long ago. And they're like, this idiot wasn't there when Christ was allegedly crucified.
Some water just dripped from this onto my ankle while you were saying that, and I thought a bunch of bats were going to come up behind
Oh
me.
yeah, they're all over there.
It's just one bat at first, and I'm like, yo,
Oh,
buddy,
cute.
and then boom,
It's
just a
like,
ton of
Do
bats.
you know how you can throw a tennis ball up in the air at night and the bat will come down. You know
Yeah.
that trick? You do that and you get 1, you get 2, you throw it up and you get 4 minutes of bats. Your whole backyard. You're like, don't step
Anywhere.
It just looks perfect, like
From
a
the
big
house,
black
you're like,
sea.
honey, toss me my cigarettes. I'm gonna be out here for a while.
Get me a beer, and if we have anything else, I'd like to offer the bats some sort of prize for being here.
I'd like to offer something for my new
You're
guest.
just like, here you go, guys. Then the other bats
Just
start getting
sprinkling
angry.
a bag of chips
It's like when-
everywhere. It's like that video where the guy threw the pizza in for all the eels and all the
Yeah.
eels come up. So
Or-
your wife just throws a pizza out the window and a bunch of bats swarm it, but then the other bats are mad because they're not even close to the pizza because there's 4 minutes of bats.
That video of the lady that has all the cats and she just throws a
The
bag
food.
of food and they all come.
I saw a
It's like
video
that
this
with
week
the
of
bats.
I saw a video this week of how they feed farmed catfish and what they do, and like they just have them stuffed in these things.
Yeah.
It's essentially what you think 4 minutes of bats look like, except it's catfish.
even
And they basically have giant trash can lids that they put a dome of like this pellet food on, and then this guy just like gently places it in the water, and then they just all come up, and it just, you see it like spinning around and like floating away very fast, just because they just eat. So that's all catfish do, is they're like carp, they just fucking eat. They're like 4 minutes of bats, all they want to do is
Imagine
eat.
you're in your bedroom and 4 minutes of catfish come in
Cool.
and you're like, what is this? And then it comes into a big fat vampire and the vampire's like, yeah, the whole mythology is
The bat
fucked.
thing's
We're
a huge
actually
misconception.
Catfish have been around way longer than bats.
So do you call
We're
it catfishing when
disgusted.
you turn someone into a vampire? Because we have a different term amongst the living now.
Yeah, we also dislike that show, especially after Neve's friend left and he started inviting his wife on.
But what we do like is when that woman said, "You never should have called me a fat ass Kelly Price." We do like
Yeah,
that.
that was
we
the
wanted
only
to turn her
episode.
into a vampire, but I'm the only fat vampire.
What happens when you know how you can punch a catfish in the mouth and pull it out?
That's not exactly how you do it, but go on.
I guarantee you I could do it.
No,
Given
you
enough
you
catfish.
stick your hand in the
No,
water.
I can
you
look
wiggle
one
your
square in the
fingers around
face and punch it through the mouth.
through the mouth.
and pull it out and then eat it.
I feel like you could do
Raw
the
off
same
my
thing.
arm.
Holy, I would pay
Just give me a
$100 to see you
okay.
do it.
Wish it would have been more, but I understand.
$1,000?
Yeah, there we go.
You're the one who said you could do it. You have to. Why am I paying you for you to prove to
Because
me that
it's
you
not
can
like I
do
woke
it?
up one day and started punching catfishes in the
But
mouth.
you seem so
Catfish
confident. Catfishes?
Catfishes? I punched
Grimini?
fish. Imagine if I just looked at you standing in the river waist deep and I just punched two in the mouth and yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm glad you know exactly how it looks when I do
I
it.
know, my bro. What can I say?
But they're just
Just
fat
dead-ass cold-
vampires.
Oh my god, yeah, and they're just on your arms.
Got one.
Bro, I think
If
you're
you
a
bite
vampire
them,
now.
If you bite them back, they turn to dust.
You just bite one and it just turns. I'm like already disregarding the fact we're in broad daylight doing this.
Yeah, that also is. There's a lot of wrong,
lot of misconceptions
inaccuracies,
about
a lot
vampires.
Of inaccuracies with vampires. Sunday.
Sunday.
Our brains are broken.
Sunday at the Metro Monster Rally, where there's gonna be trucks and snakes, all for $49.95 per ticket, unless you bring a can of Pepsi.
Then it's free somehow.
bring
the
a-
value of our event is a can of pop.
Bring an empty can of Pepsi and one donatable food item, and you get in for free. Free on Sunday.
Gravedigger, here to kill the snakes.
Sit in the back of the stadium and inhale all of the truck fumes. The earplugs don't work.
The ground is made of clay that will absorb into your skin.
It's made of clay, and they're going to be shooting it from the back tires, onto your family.
Loud
family.
exhausted. You get shot, hopefully.
Bring your baby. Put those big earmuffs that they let hunters use on him to block out the noise.
Everyone's drunk on a Sunday afternoon.
Sunday noon.
Sunday noon.
We've got two beer choices, Coors Light and Bud Light.
No, Miller Lite.
Oh, Miller Lite.
Everything's camouflage. Show up or don't. We won't see you either way.
Bring a Pepsi.
Yeah, don't forget a Pepsi.
Remember when you used to be able to get into like Six Flags for free with an empty can of pop?
I was just looking into this because I want to go to a water park, and I was like, isn't it free with a can of pop somehow? When did they stop doing this?
I think in like the early 2000s when we were children.
You used to be able to get in everywhere with a can of pop. Like if you just brought a can of pop with you, chances are people would be like,
this is the shit you're going to say to your grandkids where they're going to be like, okay, grandpa's getting senile.
I don't know why. That's my old voice. That's a nightmare that I hope to stay far away from.
Just old as fuck in the nursing home.
Yeah, but it's both of us at the same time.
Yeah, we're in the same
No
room.
one can understand what we're saying. Just one of them.
Dapper Dad's
Oh my
episode.
God.
Dapper Dad's episode 15,642.
Oh, you think we're going to live to 15,000? It's taken us 2 years to do 100. So do the quick math there. I know we're not allowed to, but we're going to be
a couple of bonus episodes a year. Maybe if we start.
Or we live to be 7,000.
I'm riding that train pretty hard.
7,500.
Episode number 752,516.
That's more like it.
Episode 750. We're dead.
Because, yeah, episode 700 is only 14 years. You're on both ends of the spectrum. Meet me in the middle, please.
I'm
God.
trying so hard, but my programming is so off.
I know. I like that we're clones and we still can't do math.
No, do you think that's the one thing they would have put in
fucked us.
it? They would have been like, okay, they're bad
One
at it.
upgrade, what do you get?
Oh, bigger dick.
Yeah. They pulled the lever. They're like, that's not even how you make the
That's
bigger
not
dick.
even.
You're just pulling levers.
You're just pulling levers. Great, now your body's dying. Are you happy about that?
Yeah, as long as my dick big.
Does his
My dick big? Question
My
mark?
dick big? Just keep cranking it back and forth.
They're like, God, he's still smarter than the original.
More
somehow."
crank, make more big dick.
Yeah, that sounds like him. We really nailed it with the enunciation.
Me a boy. Me care about big dick.
Only the biggest dick for my clone.
All right. Somebody's big dick just pouring out upstairs, just schmacking on the floor. My slap meter's going off. Someone got too slime and let their schmeat schmack the floor as hard as it could. This is as PC
If I had
as
a
we've
hole
ever
next
been.
to my cock and I could just put it in there, it'd probably be way more comfortable than just letting
Like
it
a little pocket on your leg?
Yeah.
Where you can just
pocket.
a little meat pocket where you can insert your dick.
Yeah.
Why haven't we evolved that yet?
I think it's coming with that.
I think that's
we
got to
keep
be one
trying
of
to
those
evolve
things.
the bigger dicks.
I think
and
that's got to
we've
be
not
one of those things where like it's
soldered on.
I was gonna say, you know how they're like genetically modifying babies to like give them like characteristics that they want, you know, like it's getting it's getting to the point where you can decide if like your baby wants blonde hair or like blue eyes, like like genetic altering. So I'm saying, what if we could genetically alter a son
Cock
for
pouch?
us with a cock pouch?
I mean, I'm not
Just to
I'm not
try,
opposed
just a
to it.
human to try it out. you
Yeah,
know?
we need someone to take this first step.
I'm saying we both
Imagine
donate DNA. It's our son.
Yeah, imagine our son turns 12 and he's like talking to his friends and he's like, so like, what do you guys ever like play around with your cock pouch?
Oh, do we
and
not
leave it in
talk
there
to
and
him
whatnot?
about it? Do we just let him?
No.
We just let
The
him live with it and
first-
figure it out.
Yeah, the first specimen with it, it has to be. You can't get in there. You gotta let it go. Whatever I'm trying
Just
to
to
say
make
here.
sure it actually uses it.
Yeah, naturally. Yeah, you can't.
Can't inform him about
This is
it.
what am I trying to think of? Every scientific word that pops in my head is wrong. You got to have a closed something scientific word.
Oh, I know what you're trying
Right?
to say, and I hate that I can't think of it.
So that
Control
control
test subject.
Sure, that works. It's
Because
not
you
what
have
I
to.
wanted.
Well,
but-
you have to have a control subject because it's like if you're like trying to test like a medication or something.
Yeah.
You give like one dose.
We
to
are not fit to explain this at
No.
all. I mean, we're not fit to say a lot of things.
But
on here,
this
but
especially-
this is top notch.
You want a
Controlled subject.
controlled
and
subject, and then
uncontrolled subject.
so who's the uncontrolled subject?
I think that would be our son.
So we have to have two kids then, so we can have a control subject and an uncontrolled
Yeah,
subject,
or we glue a cock pocket on someone else.
and just tell them they were born with it.
I mean, whatever. I'm kind of over the experiment at this point. so-
Yeah, this is the
My
problem with
kid's
everything
12.
that we come up with for the show is we get real tired of trying to explain it about halfway through.
But do you think it could be used maliciously, like someone
How are you going to maliciously use a cock pouch?
put a firecracker in it?
Okay,
That's super malicious.
yeah, that is super
So-
malicious.
Someone
like-
does it as a prank at his sleepover. I'm not saying he does it because he hates himself. And we need to control our destiny.
Yeah.
Of course, our son is into self-harming.
Yeah, he's like
in
3 degrees
extreme
away from being
ways.
Albert Fish. He's shoving a firecracker up his
Fire-
cock hole.
No, in his cock pocket.
His cock pocket.
Yeah.
My mistake. It would be detrimental to his character if he put it in his cock hole. It was just his cock pocket.
His cock pocket he can live without.
Forgive my husband. He doesn't understand the
I
terminology.
never married this piece of shit.
If we had 2 sons that we had to have a control cock pocket on, I would
Only
definitely.
one of them is,
But
idiot.
Regardless, if we have to have a son with that condition, you're goddamn right. I'm walking
not a
around introducing you as my husband.
I can't even. No, we're actively divorcing every time we're introduced.
That's fine, but I'm still introducing you as my active husband.
Oh yeah, the paperwork hasn't went through yet.
Yeah,
That's
we're
what I'll say.
actively divorcing.
Everyone
but you're still
that-
actively my husband.
Everyone that we get
You're still gonna
introduced to is
actively
just
owe me
like, oh
alimony,
my
you son of a
God.
bitch.
I don't make the money, you idiot. Neither of us do.
Then where does my alimony payment come from?
The kid. As he's
The one
blowing up
with
his
or
cock
with-
pocket.
the one
they
with
both
the
have
cock
cock pockets, you fucking moron.
one that was
One of them
born
we
with one?
tell, and one of them we don't.
You told me one we just taped onto the other one.
That was because I got lazy.
So they're both born with them now?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Because we have to have one and then one shortly after, but long enough that this one will discover his cock pocket naturally
And then the
without being
other
told.
one-
And then we tell the other one so that one can't tell this one
Do you
before he
think the one-
discovers that he's a fucking monster freak
Do
with
you
a cock
think-
pocket.
Do you think the one we tell gets to be a real asshole about it and goes around like showing off his cock
course.
pocket to girls, trying to be like, hey, baby?
Maybe he's gay, and then the cock pocket's like a fun gay accessory. That's where I see it going pretty quickly.
What if he's
is,
really anti-gay?
I mean,
But the gay rights groups try to convince him that why is he born with a cock pocket if it wasn't meant for a cock?
yeah, it's gonna be. They're gonna have pretty bad lives.
gonna be
to
a-
honest, but
Both of them are going to have terrible lives.
Yeah.
Why do we bring these children into the world?
to know if we as humans would function better with a cock pocket. It's for the better of society.
Yeah, I guess sometimes science does have to cross that boundary between tasteful and necessary. Only real thing I remember from when my dad was he wasn't a garbage man when I was alive. It was like a while ago.
He waited for you to die. So
yeah,
he
he waited for me to
disrespect
die so he
you.
could be a garbage man. Oh,
I'm just waiting for him to die. I think I'm gonna take up
well, I
waste
haven't-
management.
I haven't heard from my son in several years. He's probably dead. I think I can finally go after my dream of being a garbage man.
Just your dad
You know-
on the back of the garbage truck looking so happy with like a beautiful song playing. Wouldn't it be nice? I guess that wouldn't make sense. What am I
If
thinking?
we
We're
were older,
Yeah,
then
we're
we
like,
wouldn't have
what?
to wait so
I guess 'cause you're
long.
dead.
Just
I was
roll
thinking
in the
of,
trash. And wouldn't
yeah,
it be nice?
I was thinking of why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? And yeah, your dad's just like dumping trash, and yeah, playing in the trash. There's a dog in the trash, and he's
Let
just
me
having
tell
fun.
you about my
Best
best friend.
friend.
He's
It's
the
him in
one.
garbage.
Just with a garbage dog. He's just got a dog on the back.
Or just,
Hey,
I picture just a big garbage can.
what's
He's
up, garbage
dancing with
juice?
it. He's
Just a
fired.
nasty
He's
dog.
fired immediately because they're like, you're not putting the garbage. We have so many stops to make,
And
and
you're
you're
going so
dancing
slow.
with the garbage can.
You're dancing with this
Insane.
fucking
There's no
mutt you found
music.
on the street. Get the
It's
fuck out of
raining
here.
outside. It's nasty.
It's gross.
garbage juice. You
He-
smell like shit.
He told me the guy that trained him was like a psychopath, and like if the cans were too heavy, he would dump their garbage out on their lawn, and he wouldn't take
See,
like
that's probably the guy my dad had to fight.
and he wouldn't take sticks that were over like a cause
oh
like
yeah,
boards
I've
and stuff.
had that before.
He would be like, "This is supposed to be 12 inches, and this is clearly 13. I'm not taking this
yeah.
shit."
I've had that, and I'll throw them in the street, and then it's someone
and
else's
then,
problem.
and then my daddy was like, "You know, he made a lot of good points. You know, if I was growing around, the cans are too heavy, I'd just leave them because I'm not picking that shit. You know, some people aren't even considerate of their garbage
Oh,
man." I'm like,
I threw away
"Okay."
a concrete slab a couple weeks ago, and it was so heavy, and they took it, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Wow, is this why your dad burned his trash later in life?" Because he
Probably.
realized,
You know, I think
Did
you
we
might
just-
have done something here. You may
We
have
broke it
put
up,
a
huh?
connection together because yeah, he would.
See, your dad's not as
No, he would
complex.
burn
You just
trash,
gotta
but then he would
slide
also
into
throw
him
it all
and-
out the window. Like he would constantly
I
just
mean, that's
litter
fine.
everywhere because
Well,
he thought
again,
it was,
But he's protecting the garbage man.
but not the environment.
I don't think he burned trash.
The
I don't
dude-
think he gives a fuck about the environment.
The guy-
Burning trash,
Not
is
just
bad.
burn trash, dump gasoline on trash and
Yeah,
then
I
burn
think-
it.
Yeah, I think we.
This guy literally, he drove down Route 2 with big pieces of concrete he broke out
We've
on his
talked
passenger
about
door
this.
and just pushed him out. And then later he's like, "Yeah, I was laying in bed and started feeling really bad about that because what if some guy was just like fishing down on the
my
riverbed and just all this concrete?
That's the worst feeling
Can
that
you
I still
imagine?
have is when you do something and then later you think about it and you're like,
Oh, these people
that
were
could have
probably
done
affected.
a lot of things. Like,
Right.
that could do something horrible.
Imagine
like
if
dropping
you
a
were,
concrete slab
yeah.
on a
Imagine
human
if you were
fishing.
just fucking like fishing and like you're just trying to enjoy, and then like from down the way you just see like,
Yeah. What is that? What is going on? Are those concrete?
yeah, you just get knocked out. Body washes up upriver. Looks like there was blunt force trauma to
Yeah.
the chest.
Your dad's just like, oh my god.
He was
Gotta
found.
start burning the trash.
He was found with concrete embedded into his whole fucking sad body.
Yeah, that news report.
Is fired.
Stupid
immediately.
local man.
Stupid
found
local man
dead.
found dead after having his retarded body smashed by a bunch of concrete
superior
like
rock.
a pussy.
Can we start that news channel?
Local deadbeat. It's like
Deadbeat dad beat dead.
deadbeat deadbeat dad.
Deadbeat
that-
dad beat dad.
Can that be our
No.
punk band name?
Deadbeat dad beat dead.
Deadbeat dad beat down dead.
No, you're making it.
Deadbeat dad beat down dead. That's the headline.
Beat down dad. What?
Deadbeat
This is
dad
having
beat
a stroke.
deadbeat dad beat down dead.
Okay, beat down. I was like, where does
Dead
the down fit in?
Beat dad
I know.
beat
I know.
down.
I got it now.
dead.
I think it's better just deadbeat dead or fuck. Now I don't even remember what it was. Deadbeat dad beat dead. Yeah, deadbeat dad beat dead. That's the better version. You're adding too many in. Deadbeat dad beat dead.
Deadbeat
Got it?
dad beat dead.
Debbie. Oh my god. Debbie Downer's dad.
Debbie
beat
Downer's
dead.
Debbie Downer's dad beat down beat dead.
No, you
Dad
ruined it. What was-
deadbeat dad beat dead.
No one's listening.
No, sure they are. I just recently had to have a plumber come out and flush
The
wet,
sink downstairs.
wet wipes out of my
Ass?
toilet. Yeah,
This plumber had to pull wet wipes
out of my ass. He
Like,
got the
that's too-
snake up in there, and he just
I
really.
just bought a snake.
And then he
the other
just
day.
yeah. I had to buy one the other day too because it was like
'Cause
two.
wet wipes are bad news.
Yeah, it was 2
They
in the
tear
morning and
apart
the
your
toilet wouldn't flush. I spent 4 fucking hours of my life from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. trying to unclog this toilet. So I'm sitting there with the plunger and it's not going.
Oh, yeah.
And like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and like you're just trying to get it
Hell
going.
yeah.
And you're just
Hell yeah.
you're
Like
gripping
your
it in different
form.
ways.
Yeah.
And so I'm like sitting there and like it's at the point where like my elbows cramping up and like my shoulders cramping up because I'm trying so much.
And the curse words are flying.
And it's going down like within like 5 minutes or so, and then you go to flush again, and it just fills up. And
We're
doesn't
talking about
go
your
in-
boner, right?
yeah, my boner and my toilet at the same time.
They both keep going down
Crazy.
and coming right back
My
up.
dick health is directly correlated,
Yeah,
and related.
Collating, I think, is like,
the
putting
paper.
copies
Yeah,
together.
that's-
My dick is connected to a bunch of other dicks.
allegedly.
I mean, yeah, it runs in the same circles, I'll say that.
But no, and so it's like I'm sitting there for like an hour trying to get this unclogged, and then I'm like, okay. Like it was at the point where like I had my watch off and I had my arm up in the toilet,
no.
you know, trying to
I'll
like
pay the
feel-
money.
Well, and so then I go to Meijer. It's like 3 in the morning at this point, and nothing looks weirder than the guy at Meijer at 3 in the morning looking at the plumbing stuff because that just screams serial killer vibe,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Tried to flush a leg.
And
Tried
so
to fuck a foot.
and
then
so I
flush
bought
it.
a snake, and I bought the like Drano Max kit that they have that has the little snake in it. They're like, works or it's free.
Yeah, we've seen the commercial
Because
with the graphics.
I've never had every time I've ever had a clog, that shit works. Like if it's
Yeah.
in the tub or the toilet or the sink, whenever I've used that, it works.
You gotta stop shitting in the sink.
I
man.
gotta stop jerking off in the sink is what I
We all
gotta stop doing.
jerking off in the sink. It's the most painful cleanup.
It's the most disgusting cleanup
Yeah.
because I'll tell you what,
This
I
makes
went
so much
b-
sense.
because I went in with the snake and like it didn't do anything, and I was like, there's no fucking way. And so I'm like doing it
Yeah,
and doing it and doing it.
cranking.
There's scratches all over the toilet bowl now.
Well, those were there.
Yeah, and so I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna. And so I took the Drano and I put it in there, and you got to wait a half hour to do
Yeah.
it. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna snake everything else while we're in here. So I snaked the sink, and there was so much hair I pulled out of there.
I
it
hate
was
that. You pull out that
disgusting.
snake and
Well,
it's-
because I pulled out the drain cap
Yeah.
thing first, and that was filled with hair and cum, and I was like, okay.
You mean your
I
son?
was like, chill. Yeah, he was all tiny. He was like, Daddy.
And then he tried to flush him in the toilet.
He was
and
like,
it just
he was
reclogged
like,
the toilet.
Daddy. I
The
whipped him
plumber
in
was
the
like,
tub.
yeah, it was just a bunch of wet wipes and what appeared to be a small
What appeared to be
child
your
that-
son.
Yeah,
He just holds him up. He's like, Daddy. I'm like, fuck.
that's not my son.
That's
I
not
was
my
here when I
son.
moved in.
Flush him now.
It's just gonna clog it again. That's fine. We'll shit outside.
Well, and so I'm sitting there, and then I had this grand idea because I typed in DIY.
Doubt it.
Doubt it. I have the. It's my favorite thing we've come up
I
with this
know,
year. I just want you to know.
so good.
It's so versatile. It
I
works
know, it
every time.
almost works.
Every situation,
and,
every time.
That and the barely knower. Like,
Yeah.
I've been getting into some perfect
Ones,
barely
yeah.
knowers that I'm like, I want to exit a room when I get like a real good one. You know what I mean? I just want to be like, I don't even live here anymore. That was such a good joke.
I was looking online for DIY ways to unclog your toilet because I don't like people coming into my house.
Oh yeah, I know.
And I already had somebody come in to fix my oven this week.
Yeah.
So that only took 6 months. And so I was like, I'm going to fix this toilet myself one way or another. So it's 5 a.m. at this point. And I'm like, okay, we're going to get this toilet fixed. And I saw this thing where you can take saran wrap, put it on
Put it-
top of the toilet.
Yeah, you put
and
it
then
over
you
the
duct
toilet
tape
seat,
it.
and then you don't tell someone, and they come in to pee, and the pee-pee goes everywhere. It's the
Close.
best prank.
Close.
I did that in my high school a bunch.
That's fun.
And then there was a huge announcement to stop saran wrapping the toilet.
Well, no, what this is
Or you make a poo-poo
you-
and it just presses
you
against
just
your
it's
butt.
all on your butt cheeks and you
Yeah.
basically pooped your
Could you
pants.
imagine taking a shit?
In high school?
Yeah. It's the
Doubt it.
worst.
I
And
didn't
then-
shit till I was 36.
Yeah, I have yet to shit, but I do know enough to joke about it.
I know about people
constantly.
who do.
But imagine going to take a shit in school, and you're taking a shit, and it starts to come out, and then it's just
Just
that feeling of it's
pancaking
just
all
like,
over your butt cheeks
Yeah,
like you're a
'cause
baby
someone
shitting in a
tightly
diaper.
wrapped saran wrap over the toilet.
Yeah, actually, I can't say that. Never mind. Not in this current climate. But no. So what it was is they said you can put saran wrap over the toilet bowl, make sure it's a tight seal, like do several layers, and then you
And then
flush
it, and
then you push it, and when you're pushing on it, it like pushes like the
This is
jets
something
or whatever.
no one needs to walk in on.
No.
Oh, I'm busy.
And then I saw a grand idea where a guy was like, use duct tape instead. He's like, because the saran wrap, sometimes the water will leak through it. He's like, if you just do two
Duct
in-
tape so you can't see what's going on.
well, and so that's what I did. And all I could find was my girl's like artsy duct tape that she has. And so I was like, well, it's getting lost to the cause. And so I'm like duct taping this toilet up with very fancy duct tape and getting that real tight seal. And so
And
I'm
then
like,
giving it CPR.
well, yeah. What it looked, because I flush
Don't
it.
walk in, I'm giving
Because
CPR to the
in
toilet.
Japan they have these big stickers for it that they just slap on the toilets
Yeah,
and
they're advanced.
yeah, they're way more advanced than us. I'm out here using duct tape at 5:30 in the morning, and so it does exactly what it looked like in the videos. It like rises up and you just push it and you hear like, and then it keeps doing it and they're like it could happen 3 to 5 times, so just keep pushing it down as that. But it didn't stop happening, and so I'm like. And then it's coming back up, and I'm like, okay,
Gotta push harder.
I'm like using both hands, like CPR. I'm like pushing as hard as I
Or you
can.
giving it mouth to mouth too?
Essentially, I
On the
felt like I
toilet
was
handle.
drinking some of that toilet fucking Drano shit I put in there. I'm like, well, and that's what I was thinking about is because I was like, shit, this water's all mixed with that Drano now because it's not going down the drain. And as I'm thinking it, I push down the seal right around the front of the toilet breaks, and it squirts all over my dick, like all over the pants I'm
dick
wearing.
was out.
No, I was
You're
wearing
naked.
shorts, but like it squirted
dick
all
was
over.
out.
Of course, my dick was out. It's my home. It's 5 a.m.
Anytime
Traditionally,
you
my
work
dick
on
is out
something in your house, you have to show your dick
because you have to show dominance.
Yeah.
And
I had
so
to fix my heater, and I had my dick out,
Yeah.
and I rubbed a piece of it with a $1 bill because I read it online. Heat came right back on. It was the craziest thing I've ever fixed.
weird.
Rub the sensor with a $1 bill. I was like, "There's no way."
I had to get my
I took
whole,
100 extra dominance. You know what I mean? I had to go to the bank, tell them
Pull out
I'll get
100.
paid soon. Please just front me 100. I had
Sir,
a gun in my pocket.
You have negative 680 in your
I'll
account.
have, but so it'll be 780. Well, just
fine.
let's make it 600, just so it's
Let's
easier.
just call it
I
600.
have a gun in my pocket. Local man robs a bank to wipe a $100 bill on
bill
a
is-
sensor, and is
to show it who the fucking boss is.
I have
Gotta
heat-
fire this
I
news
have
guy for
heat
saying
now.
fuck so much.
Yeah, local idiot got hit by a cylinder.
Local moron hitting the head as hard as he can.
which wasn't even that hard. Local stupid man takes a hit to the head that would have only mildly concussed others, kills a complete moron.
Local stupid man, after being hit with concrete like a dumbass, goes home and creates a suction on his toilet with duct tape at 5:30 in the morning so hard that the chemical water squirts all over his dick, and he has to pull the garbage can liner out of the garbage can that's right next to the toilet and start catching the water because it won't stop. And he's desperately trying to catch the water and turn off the water on the toilet at the same time, but he's getting the caustic chemical water all over his dick, so he's stripping down naked and there's still water squirting everywhere. And then he's overthinking it, and he's like, are my thighs burning right now, or is it just the sensation of the water on my legs that feels cold because the air conditioning vent right here next to the toilet? So you turn on the shower right away, but you're still dumping disgusting toilet water in your shower, and it's 5:30 and you are screaming, and your girlfriend's sleeping in the other room, and you try not to wake her up, but you're like, my dick, there's chemicals on my dick at 5:30 in the morning. And so you play some trap music really loud while you're in the shower so you can scrub your dick and balls with your loofah that you throw away afterwards because you're like, it's got chemicals on it now and I don't want to wash my dick and balls again next time and then get chemicals over my cock and balls. Something like that.
Yeah, I've been here. I think as an adult man, you'll always encounter this at least once in your life.
Yeah, you know that whole scenario. You're always falling into.
And this is when the plumber shows up.
Do you have any idea how pissed I was?
Oh,
it's 5:30 in the morning, and I am just getting squirted all over my dick while I'm trying to catch
you constantly ask for. So you
Which
finally
you
got what
constantly
you wanted.
like, you know, when you're finally fucking a girl and you're like, this is doubt it, and this is the shit. You're like, this is the shit you're constantly trying to do, so enjoy it, motherfucker.
The look in your eyes, I feel your pain. And then the plumber shows up.
And then the plumber shows up and gets rid of it in 5
I
minutes.
was gonna say that's the reason I never want to call someone is because they do it
so fast, like you're an idiot.
I got new cabinets. You've seen my cabinets, nice cabinets. I can't slam the doors anymore. Quiet, shut, smart for my type of lifestyle. And I was like, we could totally hang these fucking cabinets. And I lifted one up in my shaky arms, and I'm like, put the bolts in, hang it. I can't hold it. And then I set it down, and I was like, we're going to have to call someone. And then, they're just like, bloop, 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 one guy. I'm like, there's no way. I'll take the whole fucking day. I got nothing else to do. Let's do it.
Because like this motherfucker comes out. Well,
because like, I hope you die on the way home.
Well, so I called my landlord and I'm like, hey, the toilet's not flushing. And so she
sounds like your problem. You gotta stop jerking off.
She goes, doubt it.
The neighbors can hear.
I don't care. They can hear everything.
And I was watching a prison show and they talk through the toilets. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Because
they can hear each other through the toilet.
Yeah, they just flush and then they can pass notes through the toilets.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, tell this guy, because it was like a mixed prison. He was like, tell this guy in this cell, pass him this note, tell him I'm in love with him, and then to bang on the can, and we'll talk through the toilet later on today. And the guards are like, yeah, we got to stop this. They're always talking through the goddamn toilets.
But I called my landlord and I was like, hey, the toilet's not flushing. And so she calls me like 45 minutes later and she's like, I've called 5 different places. They're all booked today. So apparently everybody's toilets were just fucked up in Rockford.
Too many big shits.
Too many big shits. So she's like, they could either come out at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, you don't want the plumber at 11.
Or 8 in the morning. And I was like, well, I guess I can just go poop at the gas station, go send.
You should have been like, I'm going to be shitting on the lawn until this is rectified. And by rectified, I mean...
And so she sends the guy out the next morning, and I got the call at like 7:30. He's like, yeah, service guy will be there about around 8 o'clock. Shows up at 8:45.
Yeah, you gotta
I don't know
love that.
what kind of fucking thing he was wrestling out of a toilet before he showed up at my house. But shows up, and he's like, okay, so what's going on? And I was like, well, it's not flushing. I was like, if you see it does this. I was like, I think there might be a wet wipe stuck down there. And so he's like, okay, I'll go get the snake. He comes out with a snake. He does it 3 or 4 times, pulls it out. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's perfect.
That's why he makes the big bucks.
Yeah, I kicked him in the balls immediately afterwards. I was like, you son of a bitch. I got chemicals all over my dick for you.
Yeah, but I don't remember what I just said, but yeah, I'm twerking your dad's nipples. Oh yeah, in the 90s and the 80s. Listen to me. Let me get my thought out.
I need to breathe. That cigarette cough, you haven't come down from that yet.
Nipples used to be bigger. Men's nipples were bigger. Let's talk about it.
What?
Come on. I've had 7 of these, baby.
Today.
I'm ready to go. It's a holiday weekend. I'm gonna fuck a Frosty from Wendy's.
Oh man, can we please go fuck a Frosty after the show?
I think we missed the peak time for fucking a Frosty. Would have been like the hottest day in summer.
doesn't mean you still can't enjoy it.
I don't think I would enjoy it at all.
Traditionally, the best time
It was
to
very nice.
Scientifically, the best time to have sex is between 1 and 4 in the afternoon. Doesn't mean I don't want to fuck a frosty
Who's got
late at
time
night.
for that?
That's what I said
and
when I
4?
heard the statistic. They said scientifically to have the best sex, you should
How?
have it between.
What group of scientists got to fuck
I mean,
all day? And
I don't
figure
know,
this
but
out?
I want to
'Cause
join.
I got
it.
a lab
What do
coat.
I got to do to go to school just to fuck all day? You
I
know?
feel like there's so many of those statistics where I'm like, I should have just went to be a scientist. I thought it was all beakers and that
Lab
fucking
coats and-
Muppet. And
Beaker the Muppet.
yeah, Beaker. with
Beakers and Beaker.
Yeah.
Beaker with Beakers.
Welcome to the new podcast, Beakers with Beaker.
Beakers. Shut the fuck
He was
up.
making that. Yeah, he's a terrible host. We only got
Terrible.
one episode. We could never understand what he was saying.
Yeah,
Who
first
was his partner? Wasn't there two of them?
Dr.
Robotnik
No.
and Beaker?
That is a
Holy shit.
mashup I don't
The
even want to
crossover fan
entertain.
fiction that got me hard as a rock. Beaker and Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, just thinking about Beaker just meeping his way down Dr. Robotnik's treasure trail, just really just kissing him, just meep,
I think he
meep.
puts his. Wasn't he like a tall, like cylinder shape?
Yeah, and his
couldn't
mouth was like,
feasibly his head go inside of Dr. Robotnik's wide anus.
How,
A wide berth?
I don't like the idea of Dr. Robotnik birthing Beaker.
I didn't say I like it, but I'm saying it's possible.
I'm just saying, because when you look at Beaker's mouth, it like flaps.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that up. I'm just picturing that meep 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 while he's like kissing down
Kissing
his
his
chest.
dick.
And,
Head of his dick.
just the sides of it. Just
Do you think
really-
they're circumcised?
Dr. Robotnik or Beaker?
Both. I think
Uh.
Dr. Robotnik's not. Dr. Robotnik's uncut.
Traditionally, uncut.
Beaker was cut too much.
I don't think Beaker has a penis.
No, don't do that to Beaker.
I'm not doing it to him.
Is that what he's trying to make in his lab? Is a dick?
Is a dick?
Some little Muppet dick?
What the hell is that green doctor's name in the Muppets?
Doctor?
I keep wanting to say Dr. Peabody. I know that's not right.
Yeah, Dr. Peabody and Beaker create meth.
Sherman Peabody?
That's something else, I think.
Yeah, isn't
But
that the dog and the weird little nerd kid from
From
Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Is it?
The dumb little dork kid and the dog that they
I
made.
just thought of the
they
Bill
made
from Schoolhouse Rock. For some
Hey,
reason.
I'm a bill up on Capitol Hill.
Could you imagine your first date, nice candlelit dinner? You're throwing down some money. You
You're
got
throwing
the
down some
hors
real
d'oeuvres. You're
money.
gonna get.
You've been
the
trying to bag
dessert.
this girl for months.
And this
You've
man
been
just
talking back and
comes up
forth
and
to her.
puts his cock
She was-
and pulls against the window.
You've been trying to go out with this girl for months. She was with this piece of shit
Yeah.
for a long time. You
She works
hated
in
that piece
HR
of
at your
shit. She
job.
works in HR at your job.
You had to give it that window.
You had
When
to
she
give it
broke
that
up,
window.
You were
she
like,
broke
I'm here
up.
for
You
if
were
you
like,
need
you
anything,
can
but
talk.
you can't
It's
just
cool.
sneak in.
It's
But
fine.
you
You
know,
don't want to just slide in. But you know
everybody's
everybody's trying to do
everybody's
something.
ready for it.
Yeah, and so you one day you
They've
just
been together
decided-
5 years.
was
like
one-
everybody's on deck.
Yeah,
like,
it was like one.
Sarah's single.
It was one Friday evening. You decided to go up, and you were just really quick about it. And you were like, "Hey, I got 2 tickets to this thing going on tonight. I don't got anybody else to go with.
That's how you get a lady. I got 2 tickets to this.
I got
thing.
2 tickets to this thing. I got nobody to go
Donkey
with."
show. You shouldn't have said yes. Sarah, you need to change your lifestyle.
You
That guy was a
you seem
dork.
like you've been going through a lot of things recently. You deserve a night off for you. How about you and me just go? No commitment, no nothing. Let's just hang out. Let's
Who's your
just go.
friend? He's just gonna be around.
And then
Honk her butt.
and then we're there.
Where's the tab at? There's no drinks here. This looks like an office setting. I'll drink in it, but I don't see
I'm
where.
drinking it. You
Do
better
they
have a
have a-
flask underneath.
Is it
your
in the
desk.
break room?
Is it like there's a secret beer fridge behind the regular fridge? I just gotta move it
Do
around.
they have
and
dirty
find it.
natter days in there?
They have a filthy, moldy natter day I can put my mouth on
Only
in
the
there.
finest.
Only that's finest for the dapperest of daddies. But so you finally take her. You're like, you know what? You deserve a night off. Why don't you come out, enjoy yourself? Why don't you forget about
Let
him
loose.
for a night?
Yeah.
Let loose.
You're
You know.
stressed.
And it's real nice. So like, just wear something nice. You know, I'm gonna be wearing a nice suit myself. Because that's what everybody was wearing. They were wearing like suits and dresses and
Yeah.
shit like
A
that.
bunch of fucking dorks.
A bunch of dork ass people think dressing nice is gonna get them laid faster. You're wrong, idiot.
No, you got to tailor those shorts into cock and ball shorts
Mhm.
where everything's on.
And then you're
display.
sitting there and you guys are just bantering. You're having a really good time. You're vibing really good. It's like everything you've wanted the whole time. Every time you walk by her
Really-
office,
yeah,
you get that
you're
little
hitting
fantasy
all
in your
the
head a little bit.
marks.
Hitting them all. She's laughing at you. You're feeling funny. You're feeling like that nice, good
She
kind
leans
of
over and
drunk.
puts the hand on your
Oh,
arm.
it's got the hand right there when you're both
Yeah.
sitting there for a little bit. Go outside for a cigarette, and she asks if she can bum one from you, and then you're both just sitting there, and she kind of leans a little closer while you're
Yeah,
smoking.
it's
a cigarette.
cold out.
It's cold. It's a little chilly. Sure,
Her
nice.
nipples are on fleek, as the
They're
kids
on
say.
fleek. They're perking out of her sports bra that she has underneath her dress like a weirdo, but it's fine. You told her to dress nice, but this is the
So
best.
she wore a
can do.
low-cut dress with a sports
Sports
bra
bra.
over top. Oh my God! I want to continue on this because we're about to hit a peak that I love. But real quick, I was driving out here, whatever the fuck day, driving right over there on the street over there, and literally someone crossed. You know the Walgreens.
Yeah.
A man's crossing the street, and then a larger woman is crossing the street. I cannot. I'll have to draw this because I can't believe this happened. Bigger lady, big weird boobs, backpack in front of the boobs. Does this make sense to you? Like on the inside of the boobs, pushing the boobs apart.
Small backpack or big backpack?
Like not your traditional.
Don't draw this.
Not your traditional.
Please don't draw this.
No, because I feel
For
like
the love
you
of
can't
God,
get
don't
it.
draw this.
I had to see it. Not your traditional like.
Just 'cause
school-
you had
not
to see it
not
doesn't mean-
no. We've discussed.
Okay,
this.
yeah,
You have
actually,
to go through everything I go.
and you have to go through everything. That's why our
We'll
lives
figure
suck.
out that.
We'll get there eventually.
Not like your JanSport puffy fat straps, but not your like drawstring.
How
Something in
big was the
between.
pack itself? Like
I
standard
couldn't even
book bag?
see because it was eclipsed by her body. No offense to her, but mainly the offense was that literally they were separated. Her breasts were separated because she was rocking the straps on the inside of each boob. If this makes sense audibly, I feel like I have to draw it because they were pushed so far
Please
apart,
don't.
and she wasn't even holding the straps or anything, just walking down the street, and just two titties that looked like two different families that had an argument showed up at the same place, and they're trying to purposely not interact.
Sad.
That's how they looked.
Sad.
I'll never forget it. That woman owes me money because I had to see it. Anyway, so you're outside with this sports bra freak with the nips on fleek,
Okay.
and I'm on the edge of my seat.
And you lean in for that kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just real sudden and it's just real quick. But she leans into it. She likes it. You
Mhm.
guys hold hands. You go back inside, and there's a man.
They bring the dessert,
They bring the desserts out. Nice little creme
molten lava cake.
molten lava cake or creme brulee option. Personal creme
I would
brulee.
like some fire.
I would
involved
also
when
like
I'd like
fire
to be
involved.
personally illuminated for what I know
Come back
is
in.
my role here.
Come back in for desserts, and there's a man pressing his cock and balls against the window.
No, you cut into the dessert. You divvy it up, and then some guy comes over.
no,
and
you
there's been a
divvy
lot
it
of
up.
drunk people.
You divvy it up and you take a little bite and you go put it in her mouth. You dab the little molten chocolate on her nose and then feed it to
burns
her.
her.
It burns her.
Tars her.
You lick it off. You're like, this isn't as bad as when my buddy got farted and tethered. And then you lick her face.
But the whole night, based on the location, drunk people are walking by,
Yeah.
annoying dudes. They probably point, but you've been able to block it all out.
You've
'cause
been like,
you
I am
found
having
true
such
love.
a
Yeah.
perfect
And
evening
you
right now.
say-
This is everything.
You
I
even
wanted.
joke with her, like, they could do whatever, and I wouldn't be able to take my eyes off the angel
The end
in
of
front
the
of
world
me.
could be happening
Yeah.
outside right now,
And
and, I
instead, this
wouldn't
guy
take
comes
my
up and
eyes
goes,
off
"You
of
think
you.
I won't do it?" Watch me right now, drinking a beer, and just flops the front down, pulls it out.
Oh.
None of it's appealing. Ball's bigger than you'd expect. Dick not impressive, and just presses it against the window.
Uncircumcised,
just-
rubbing dick grease
Just
on
looking
the window.
at you like, I'm doing it. They're loving it. And then Sarah never speaks. Sarah quits her
Ever.
job.
She quits or just
Yeah.
kills herself.
Allegedly. I mean, I don't
Says-
know. I just
Says
walked
in her
away
note
from
it was after drama took me out.
She draws the dick and balls
Oh,
on the piece of paper.
perfectly,
She
like
also draws that
pristinely.
thing I was just talking about. Everyone's like, "What happened?"
Draws us screaming in the restaurant, having to see the dick and balls. Draws,
Wait, so we go in the restaurant?
yeah.
Because then we're like, that is a nice place. They let you just put your cock and balls against the window.
Window.
Two
Two creme-
menus,
two creme
7
brulees,
beers,
please.
please.
I'll have what she's having.
Is that the guy who
Even-
put his cock and balls on the window?
Hey, no.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I'll take a
But no
I'll take
one's
a
gonna kill
salmon and
themselves
I'll take
about
a
it.
salmon and yak meat crostini, please.